All right. I don't know. This can't be the same chat. Is it the same chat? Yeah, okay. Look, I have always stood up for Granny. I have always had Granny's back. So I don't appreciate that. I was showing people what Betty was doing, going after another content creator. That's all I was doing. I have always stuck up for Granny. I've always had Granny's back. Hey, Grammy's Place. Thank you, everybody, for coming back in. I hope everybody finds me. We had over 500 in chat. I hope everybody finds it and comes back in. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Queen Bee. Hey, Yep. Hey, Kels. Hey, Lip Lock No More. Hey, Grammy's Place. Private 91. But I always stick up for Granny, and I always have. And I don't appreciate that. Her anger should be at Betty, not me. Okay, I'm going to get into the Mensa panel that we were playing the other night. But we didn't get to finish. I'll upload the description and everything from part 1. This one. There it is. Okay. Okay. Let me share screen. Hey, it's me, Amberly. Hey, Orion. See something, say something. Tank Cheese. Thank you guys for coming back in. Violet, SS, Billy Sunday. Hey, Mystery. Like I said, I was doing it for Betty and Brittany J, not to do anything to Granny. When everybody knows I've been a supporter of Granny's for a long time. And have stuck up for her against the idiots that have been doing video after video on her many, many times. Hey, OG.
Hey.
Hey, Aries. Hey.
Oh, God, I love this interview. Yay.
Yeah, we're going to finish. We never finished that. I
Hey,
want to get it finished.
Granny's asking if you can private that other stream, please.
Why? Do you know how many clip channels already have it?
I just read what she asked. That's all. I wanted to make sure it was seen. That's all.
But anyway, we're getting into this. Hey, Jem. It's your family? No, I didn't know they were talking about your family. But it's
Yes.
already privated. Oh, let me go in and make sure. I have to go to the other. Let me go to my YouTube because I can't have that up anyway.
Granny, I don't think she understood that it also had the rest of your family in that.
No, I didn't get that far into it. We got
Oh, you're sharing your screen. Take that off. Take that off right now.
what, Dallas? What, baby?
Okay. Uh, We'll get there. We'll.
My little came out here. Yeah,
It's
my
okay.
little came out here.
It's okay. We'll
What do
get
you
there.
want, buddy? What do you want? All right, go get one.
Yes.
But you already had.
Uh, yeah, Billy Sunday makes a great point, you guys. This is what they want: is they want us fighting. They want one another mad at each other.
I'll fight
And
with no one, but don't accuse me of nothing when I've done nothing but have your back. Okay, there. Now no one can get to it. It's private. All right. Oh wow. I did put the thumbnail on. How can that be? Oh my lord. Are you kidding me? All right, Sir Duke, you can't jump on me. Nope, can't jump on me, kitty.
okay,
I'm at a
everybody, take
review
a
and I
great
didn't
big
even
breath.
start.
Take a great big breath. If you need a soda,
We're fine.
get your soda. Make sure that you tap the thumbs up this time. Tap that thumbs up. Make sure that you're liked, you're subscribed. We have poolside memberships over here. You can easily become a misfit and
Oh,
join the party.
let me reshare screen. Okay, what are you eating? Oh Lord, have mercy. This is hard to do with the little sometimes.
LFT, I'm not doing that right now.
All right. All right. Now we can share screen and we can do it. Sir Duke, you got to get down, baby. You can't. You're gonna get mad as soon as a feeder band, strong feeder band comes through.
One day at a time.
Okay. Now this is where we left off the other day. When we were reviewing this. Ouch. I need light on out here. Okay. With Brittany J and her brilliant panels. And I believe we left off at 208, if I'm correct. No, Sir Duke. No. Yeah, there ain't no reason to talk like that.
What?
Saying, can you private the fucking other stream? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't come into your chat and talk to you like that.
Well, listen, she's probably a little bit stressed at the moment. I realize it's not the right way to say things, but we all
No, it's
need.
not, especially for somebody who's done nothing but check up for you.
Yeah, but I think she's just stressed out because she's being targeted by multiple people.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
We need to give her a little bit of grace and mercy. And I know that nobody on these YouTube streets would ever think that they would hear come out of voices. We need to give Granny grace and mercy right now.
Yeah.
Granny deserves it. She is being targeted and you know what? Today it's her. Tomorrow it could be Kathy. It could be me tomorrow.
I mean, one moment Nick's in their chat targeting her, and then next Betty's talking about, well, this is a work of a bunch of people trying to target people. You know what I mean? And
I'm not playing it, Granny.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was in there. I didn't even get that far, and I didn't even finish it because of what happened with a troll coming in here.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it to hurt you. I was doing it to stick up for you.
Yeah, I think that's what Granny's trying to say. I mean, like, I get it, man. I know you had a rough time.
I do too. I fully understand. And I just, the one thing that we don't want to do is get pissed at each other and blow this into something, turn it into something that it's really not.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're telling me to stop yelling. I'm not yelling.
No, I don't think you're yelling.
Don't come in here telling me to stop yelling. This is my chat. I'm not yelling.
Anyway, Kathy. Anyway, you have nice headphones, by the way. Just changing the subject really quickly. That's sidebar. You got nice headphones. What's probably as Queen says, keep it moving. Probably the best thing.
So this is the one from the other night.
Yeah. This is the rest of the Worshams.
All right,
That
let
we
me go
didn't
out and
finish
come
the
back
other night.
in. They're saying I'm
I
way
think it
louder
was-
than you. Let me go out and come back in.
Oh shit.
All right. Yeah, this is right where we left off.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
when the nurse practitioner tells me you need to stop for a few days, you guys don't know everything that's going wrong with me. You see what you see as an outward. You don't see what's going on when the camera isn't on. You know?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, what can the public do to help? I mean, is there anything that you need?
He says it all the time, actually. But go ahead.
I only need one thing, and that's my son to be found.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Can I just I'm sorry, but I need to point this out to all of you in the back, all the cootie queens, really quickly.
Cootie Queens.
Every single time this man has ever been asked, what do you need? What do you need from us? I want my son to be found. Put out flyers. Call TBI if you hear something. Share, get his name out there. So to those that are saying that Seth does it for money or, attention, that's always been some of these channels have massive amounts of subscribers. This one right here that he's on had over 12,000 subs. He never asked for money. Never. Once.
Wait, what?
I just want to point that out.
What?
They just said what?
What?
He put his
Pushing
cash
the
up.
Cash App is asking for money. Pushing the GoFundMe is asking for money. What are you talking about?
Yeah. He pushed the cash out multiple times. Yeah, for money.
That tells me that BJ doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it.
And think of a better name than Cootie Queens. Like we call you the Mensa panel.
She's going off of the you remember that Orbitz commercial, Dirty Mouth, clean it up. Lint Liquor, Cootie Queen, that's their thing over there now.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're in 7th grade again, apparently, y'all. 7th.
Hey,
grade.
everybody coming in. Can y'all do me a favor? Lollipop Girl, Death Grives, and Carter, Kim, Ryan, Apple. Can y'all hit that thumbs up for me? And if I can edit the other live, I will put it back up. But for right now, it's not up.
What can we do? He just could have got his Cash App dropped right here.
No, that's it.
Look.
Son to be found.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
To ask you a question, a couple of things, because I'd like to know. You had answered about the one day somewhat, but I didn't honestly take it that you knew for sure the answer. Do you absolutely know for sure that Sebastian did not have internet access at school to the pads that they hand out? Do you know that for sure, Seth? Because I kind of took it as like you were saying, well, Chris and that don't let him, but you said
he doesn't have internet access at his house.
Right.
All right. He has internet access at my house.
Yes.
Playing video games.
Yeah. You said he watched YouTube.
Because we sat there and played together. He doesn't have. I never bought him a Nintendo account, so his Switch doesn't have. It can pick up my Wi-Fi and download content for the games, but it's got no chat service, so you can't communicate with nobody.
But he has access to Wi-Fi and can download.
That's actually really ironic because he made a comment before about what the hell was it? It's something about him playing games, and there was something else. Let me think about it again.
Yeah, this
was before
On
any.
Did y'all hear
PlayStation,
that?
they-
This was in
Go ahead.
April. This was in
Yeah.
April. This was before any of the other ones, and this is the original story he went with. And then later we learned he said different, right?
right. Yeah, this was what what 6 months ago this interview was done. Yeah. This is Brittany's panel going over this one. A lot of people forgot about this interview, and a lot didn't see it. I didn't realize how many didn't even see it.
We took that and went through it because when he's on there, he's under my profile.
All right, and listen to what he's about to say about the PlayStation. Listen
Yeah,
to it.
he's not making friends, and they're picking him up.
And let me tell you, I want to point something out about that too. If he made friends, let's just logically thinking, guys. If he made a friend and there was communication between him and someone online that he potentially left with, law enforcement would have all of that. They would have had all of that the first couple of weeks. There would have been a BOLO. There would have been a BOLO put out on whatever vehicle the person drives or their family drives. The person, if they had a history or some type of a criminal history, the mugshot probably would have went out, and they probably just said, "We're looking for this person."
Hold on.
Now to whatever it is.
That's not accurate. And because they may not have that information, or maybe they do, and they're keeping it close to the vest so that they can secure.
Did he have a smartphone, Sebastian?
Yes.
Yes.
Did he not mention? You don't need to have your smartphone can act as a mic for a switch.
Mm.
You can download a program. You can use your and if you need sound, so that's yeah.
And he, like I said, he was alone for 12 hours. He's a teenage boy. He's a teenager. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Is they call when they're looking for a person. They would have probably, they probably would have warned the neighborhood, hey, there's a potential abductor. They always warn area when a kid gets kidnapped. Law enforcement to this day has always stood on they don't have any proof that he ever even left the house. Okay, if there was somebody from the game that fixed the
that's bullshit. That's not accurate. Law enforcement, that is not accurate at all. Think about the original Amber Alert and then the updated Amber Alert, and we've got canines that tracked his scent out of the house. That's not accurate.
She's reviewed these interviews and law enforcement's so many times. It's infuriating that she still doesn't have the basics of what was said.
It would have switched to an abduction in a matter of weeks. The case would have shifted.
So all you over there on the dark side, stop putting words in this man's mouth. Stop twisting his words.
Who the fuck are you?
Doc-sided? Don't be dog-sided.
Who's putting words in his mouth?
Oh my God.
This person, Reality Bites or whatever the hell, that's the second person in the group. That's that yellow Tweety Bird one. You Tweety Bird twit, maybe you need to pull your head out your butt because you don't know what you're talking about. We haven't put words in Seth's mouth.
I think we have
skills.
I think, Kathy, I think we have a clip of that reality person in real life. Here, I got the clip right here. You can play it. I put it in the back.
All right.
This is what I thought when she said dog-sided.
Oh, we got to get an ad, don't you know?
Oh my God. Sorry. You haven't shared screen yet with it. Yeah. I could do it myself and show you if you want.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, B-Tim.
I could do it. Like, this is what I thought when she said dog-sided.
Thank you, Dallas, baby.
You ready? I got it shared.
Wait, I thought it's not screen sharing?
Yeah, it's not screen share. I'll screen share. I got it screen shared. I could do it.
What, Dallas?
You got no mute. You can hear your background. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Dog-sided, this group of people, dog-sided. Well, first off, did Sebastian have a like a controller with a mic built into it? Did just saying. Let's play this. This is what I think this is her right now, that lady.
She's not a Christian!
She could be a Jew and believe in
It
God.
doesn't matter. She's tampering in dark-sided stuff. Yes, she did. The entire house is dark-sided.
She said her whole house is.
She is dark-sided too.
That's what I think is what we got. She's dark-sided. She believes we're dark-sided. I think that was her. What do you think?
Tim, why are you torturing us today? I mean, whoa. And I'm pretty sure that was an episode of Wife Swap.
Oh my God.
Those people on the other side are dark-sided. They're practicing the dark-sided stuff. They don't believe in the Lord and Savior, Seth. That's right. The Lord and Savior of all this. Those dark-sided YouTubers need to stop and join me. Join Griffney. Nick the Hag.
God, you sound like the best televangelist ever.
Don't listen
You know what,
to
really?
dark-sided people.
What's up, Kathy?
No, I just, that just really pissed me off that Griffney would go into Betty's chat and encourage all that shit. I don't know. I wasn't doing it to be malicious to hurt Granny. I was doing it to stick up for Granny.
And I
But
think
whatever.
that maybe after a few days goes by, Granny might see that. But right now, today, while it's real and raw and it's gross, it hurts really bad today. I understand what she's saying. I get it. We weren't doing it with malintent, though.
Yeah. I think it wasn't with malintent. And it's privated and you'll edit whatever it needs to be edited out. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Shit happens. It is what it is.
Yeah, you guys still got to maintain, I still wouldn't have been, never mind. I'll handle it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
According to so everybody's saying that we got some cootie queens in the chat.
You got a sleepy queen here, and she's gonna go to bed.
Oh.
I'll leave
All
that
right.
night and figure all this out for me, okay?
All right. Well, have a good night.
Sorry, I didn't stay long.
Good night.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Good night.
See you. Bye.
Oh, wow.
They sounded really happy to get her off
All
that
right,
panel.
So listen to what he's about to say. There's more.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I can't keep my phone number because there's no way to access my old phone since it got stolen to get the code to get into the account. They're telling me there's no other way there's got to be a way they can do it. It's the phone company. There's got to be a way they can do it. Do you know how many times? I don't even know all the people I'd have to contact to give them a new number. Jesus Lord. I know. Sidebar. I don't know why I was thinking about my phone.
Profile. He doesn't have a chat capable about games, but it's got no chat service on it. And download content for the games, but it's got no chat service on it. so he can't communicate with nobody.
That's what I remembered. What he said. I
PlayStation,
remembered what he
because
said.
that-
He said that he used to catch Sebastian talking on the headset, and then he finally explained that he shouldn't do that, and so he started playing the games without the headset. That's what he went on to say on, who the hell's panel was it? I know that we reviewed it because we were like, wait, what? He had access to be able to talk to people?
Yeah.
So there's that.
And using
I
his
remember it.
account.
Yes.
Yeah, and Seth made it clear he was using his account. Yeah.
and went through it because when he's on there, he's under my profile. He doesn't have a gamer tag,
Right.
and he doesn't have headphones to plug into the controller, so he can't talk to nobody. Doesn't have a chat option for him to type or anything like that. So
Right. But at school though, right? And so like I
But
said, I
wait a
listened
minute.
to
You communicated with people while you two were playing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a big gamer. You know, I played games that Swagbucks would pay me to play. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't communicate and stuff in the games and stuff. I played to whatever level I had to get the money and then got the heck out of there. But I don't know. I'm not. You guys big gamers? I don't know. I don't know how all that works.
I'm
Had
pretty,
access.
I'm
Go ahead.
pretty sure that you can probably, number one, you're expecting a 15-year-old kid not to be able to get headphones with a mic in it secretly for himself. Okay, bro. I don't know about that. Number two, I'm pretty sure you can actually use your phone a little bit with the Switch. So I'm not sure what he's talking about. That there is no zero access to it, because I'm thinking that you could probably talk to them via Discord. You could
Y'all,
probably
Body Movement's in here. She said she's a big gamer. Blue have a Switch and a PS5.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can download Discord and talk to people via Discord. If someone says join my Discord, you could download Discord on your phone, and then, or you could just join via a web browser, and then you could go into Discord and you can go to voice chat through there. Without a mic, you can just use your phone, your speaker on your phone, to talk to people on Discord.
Body says yes, you can.
Wow. So
Listen,
how
I'm
does
gonna
he
take-
know? Did he take his headphones to work with him? That he knows he didn't use the headset while he was at work? I mean,
Yeah.
he's a teenager. They're going to do that stuff.
We don't know.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure there's multiple ways. Did he have Discord for school? I don't know, but you can easily download Discord. It's not hard to download Discord. And a lot of people that play video games use Discord. Matter of fact, a lot of kids that get lured out from their homes to be lured by predators often get invited to a Discord.
Yes, Discord is the devil. Why do you think I don't play in it?
Our Discord is our devil. We have very nice conversations. Don't worry. Believe both parents believe what they are saying, but he was 15. Yeah, I mean, you have a 15-year-old kid. You're telling me that he didn't have any means to just work around. Let me tell you how kids act. I remember when I was a kid. This is gonna date me a little. This is gonna date me. We used antennas. Okay, we used antennas, and I remember when my TV was taken. He took my antenna, and I did not have the ability. So I purposely had a secret wire hanger that I basically crafted as an antenna for my TV that I had secretly hidden in my house.
You are 65.
And I had it secretly hidden somewhere that I could hit to the back. No, I grew up poor, and I used it to watch the channels, and that's what happened. So this whole idea that kids can't fucking hide things, I guarantee you,
You
if
can
I
talk
was
with a remote.
Yeah. Yep, you can. If you have the Roku remote, you can use that. The ones that are, my Roku, I've got a verbal remote, and you can do that on chat too.
So there's ways that he could have had access.
Yes, and remember what Katie said.
Lots of ways.
Katie, we were just listening to somebody reviewing a panel, and Katie said he is extremely smart. He is very, very smart. With
Yeah.
the PS5, you can talk with the remote. Body
Right.
says, listen, I'm going to trust what Body Moving says over anybody else when it comes to gaming, only because, like, if you know who that is, you know what she's about. So,
Yeah. I mean, like, you're expecting a kid that's playing online games who's left home 12 hours a day that not have any communication or do anything without anything. It's just very weird. I don't know about Switch. I don't have a mic. I don't believe. I don't know. There's ways to talk to people outside just a headset. You could have gotten a headset, could have brought a headset secretly from his mom's place.
hell,
Could
a
have.
friend could have given him a headset.
You know,
he could have used Seth's while Seth was at work, unless Seth took it with him or kept it under lock and key. I mean,
Great point, Kathy.
I don't know.
As long as it was put back where Dad left it,
Yeah.
Dad would never know.
And what? Come on, kids, do that. I did it as a kid. Oh, I'll sneak it and then I'll just put it back. Mom won't know. Yeah. I don't know.
For taking tests, and that was done with the teacher right there.
Okay. Yeah, right. It's just
Okay,
one of those
so-
things. It's just like, I've listened to you, and you said that he.
So basically, I'm reading from a forum. It says, yes, I believe it's not, yes. Apparently, Switch has a charging outlet that is an exact match to that Samsung phone. The mic I used, a mic for an old Wii game called Rock Band, which can connect to a USB by using a USB translator, Samsung Galaxy phone, just to connect the two together. Open Fortnite, play Fortnite, and then you can, so like you could probably use your phone. It wouldn't be like out of the question to somehow use your phone to connect and be like some sort of speaker you can speak to it, or you can just download Discord. That could be it. So either or. When there's a will, there's a way. I'm just saying, like, these two don't quite understand that Seth left his kid at home alone for 12 hours sometimes in a day, and with the phone.
12 was the shift. It would be 14 by the time the drive was done, and it would be 16 if he didn't get out on time. So essentially, the kid was left home for almost an entire day, if Seth left and had to be to work, if he left at 6 o'clock, he wasn't getting home until 7:30, 8 o'clock in the next morning.
And it says here, I'm learning this about. I'm just looking up things about Fortnite and Switch and all that stuff, and it looks like there's probably ways to get around it. So this whole idea, like, look, he was never able to communicate with anyone. Yeah, there's a ways around it.
Yeah, always.
I know that it's more lenient at your house than it is at drill sergeant corporal punishment there. Christopher Proudfoot and Katie's home, you can tell the difference. Comes over to your house.
No, there's structure. Stop it. You don't know them people. You've never met these people. You live in Canada, don't you? You have no idea about these people. They had a very structured home. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's more like, like I said,
this is the
my dad's a little bit more laid back over there, for sure. You can tell. But because there's only so many scenarios, obviously, right? Okay, Katie and Christopher are the ones that had said, for instance, that they kept saying weird things, okay? Well, mind you, they kept adding stuff to interviews. Then it was like pulling teeth, actually.
No, they didn't. Listen to what is actually being said. As they were allowed to release more details for law enforcement, they did so, which he said many times. But you people don't listen.
Christopher Proudfoot actually spoke the most. It was like Katie's Muppet, in a sense, always talking for her.
No, he's Katie's partner in life. He's being the man of the family.
Tell me you don't know what it's like to be married without telling me you don't know what it's like to be married.
I'm telling you.
Talking over her, in a sense. But they're the one.
Maybe she should remove her hand out of his ass.
Oh, Seth.
So inappropriate.
Jealousy is not becoming. But it's okay that, see, Brittany, if Chris or Katie would say something like that, you people would pick their bones apart. But it's all okay. that he does
Yeah.
what he does. It's okay what he does on your panel, right, Britt? Got it. While you over there in Betty's chat, edging her on to go after Granny and Jay because you're a coward, can't do it yourself.
So, I mean, honestly, it's kind of one of those things. It's like, I remember her saying on I think it was the Smiley World's channel, where it was kind of like, well, I don't have an issue with Chris talking for me. Like, and I'm just like, but people want to hear from you. You're the mother. You are the mother. You know, like, just like you're being a voice for.
You know what? She doesn't owe anybody anything. She doesn't have to talk. Maybe she's not good at talking in public with strangers. Nothing wrong with that. But again, she doesn't owe you anything. She doesn't owe anybody anything.
This one pisses me right off.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think Kate, Katie was pretty much right with the whole thought process of not talking that much, because if she did, you guys would have torn every single little thing she said to fucking pieces. And honestly, that's what you guys do. And you're okay with attacking, you're not saying, well, Seth, you shouldn't be probably talking about, insulting this other person, because when was this interview, right? This interview was like a few months?
It was in April.
Yeah. It was in April.
Like April 3rd.
For 2 months. Yeah, so like almost 2 months, and he's already being like this, where he's being very aggressive, talking shit about Chris
was
and
like that
Katie.
from the start.
You know what I mean? And like, to me, it's like, you're not helping the situation. Like, in the end of the day, you're supposed to try to work with people, and now you basically split a lot of the community up because of his bad behavior, and it's split, and that's it.
Sebastian, because you're the father, you want to hear the mother speak. You don't want to hear the stepdad, in a place that's being a question posed to Katie that she would know. And so, do you know absolutely for sure that that first of all, Christopher Proudfoot was in Memphis? Like, do you absolutely know that? Were you told that by TBI? Because you said that they also showed. Okay, you don't know that for sure. Okay.
They haven't shared any information with me.
Okay. But they shared with you that it was a garbage truck and not flashlights.
They showed me the video because that one came out from Barrett, and they wanted to show.
So he contradicted himself.
Right-hand corner, they were.
Okay, this is another thing that pisses me off. He's well aware that it was a garbage truck. He said it from the get-go. Yet he's supporting Betty and Spanky and these other idiots running with all kind of theories and calling everybody else liars.
Well, another thing that he contradicted himself. He says TBI is not sharing information with me, but then 5 seconds later says, "Oh, they showed me that video." They showed that video.
But at this point, B10, they had stopped sharing information with him.
Yeah, because he's on interviews with 20 people constantly and putting his cash app out.
And just like with the lie detector said, the polygraphs, pay attention to what Chris has said when he's one of the few times they've been on a panel. And he said, with Web Sleuth, I believe it was. It could have been someone else. He said that Seth was well aware of the polygraphs and the results, and he had the messages to prove that law enforcement had spoke to him and informed him of that, trying to get him to slow his roll, trying to, to settle him down. And it, of course, didn't do any good. And to this day, Seth won't admit that.
Literally on the other side of the road.
Right. Okay. Now Christopher and Katie kept saying, well, he went out the front door, and it was locked.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Nope.
But meaning they're the ones telling us. They said that it was determined that they really.
What do you mean that don't make sense? There's doors that lock when you go out them. I believe that was a coded. That was a one you needed a code for.
Yeah, it was it's a digital handle, digital.
Yeah,
door.
so yeah, it would lock when you go out.
Yeah, it auto locks when you close it.
What's so unusual about that? My girlfriend's always locking her damn self out. She always shuts the front door and forgets that it auto lock. She's always locking herself out.
Like, think of it this term. Like, let's say you had a regular lock, like the bottom lock, the one that turns. You just lock it and you close behind you, and it automatically locks. Yeah, just it's digital, so you can just close it and it automatically locks without you having to do that.
Well, it has a setting on it. You can either have the thing locked or you can have it unlocked.
Yeah.
And you don't have to enter the code every time.
So wouldn't it make sense if, like, for instance, they go to bed at night, they're kind of at bed, and he gets out of the bed, walks out, closes it, and since it's set to lock, it automatically locks. Wouldn't it make less, like, wouldn't it be an issue if it was like unlocked, meaning that someone had to put the code in afterwards and just unlock it?
Put the code in, or then you flip the knob on the back of it, either one.
Wait, sorry, Erwin, you had to wait 20 minutes. They might have mods might have the chat locked down because of trolls. I had to end my other screen because of a troll, and also I didn't realize that was even Granny's family she was talking about. I really thought she was talking about Jay, but yeah, I had to wait my 20 minutes, but I wanted to state as an avid Nintendo player that you do not need Nintendo Plus to be able to chat on the Nintendo. As long as the games have chat in them, you can chat.
Correct.
Oh.
So think about think about what we know that Seth hasn't gotten his electronics back yet. There you go. There could be an absolute reason why right there.
Yeah.
Because they found that he had access to chat with somebody.
Yeah. And that's the problem.
See, I was under the...
You go.
No, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
You go.
I just was under the understanding, and I could be wrong, but from listening to that Steven, who at the time was talking to Seth and Tony, Seth had told him, because he had asked Seth about the electronics, because Seth kept saying stuff about the electronics and people were saying they didn't give it back. So he said he asked him, and Seth told him the only thing they still had was an old laptop, an old, basically burner phone, an old phone.
Yeah, like that's perfectly normal to call your phone a burner phone. I've never called a spare phone I had a burner phone.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, he said
I
burner.
don't know.
Yeah, he did call it a burner.
He called it a burner phone, and I've never heard someone call their extra phone a burner phone unless it's like, certain individuals who are not doing things all in the up and up usually call their shit the burner.
Now, I don't know if since then, they've given him that stuff back. I don't even know. But I believed him because at the time they were all buddies and they were, well, kind of, not really. But
also,
anyway, you know what I mean. They were chatting.
Yeah, you can also play video games on your phone. You can probably download. He said his son played Diablo. Okay, Diablo on his phone. So he can talk to people there. You can use the mic on, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things you can do on your phone, on your Switch. This whole idea that
where there's a will, there's a way. With a teenager, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Possible place he could have left when asked if it was a window, back door. They said that a camera would have seen him at the back window or the back door, that a camera would have seen him from the garage side, and that, so I'd assumed that on the window that the mulch wouldn't have been disturbed in order for them to make that claim that he didn't go out a window. But that's their version. It's not TBI's version, right? So
Kathy, look at that chat,
the information
please.
is only as good
All right.
as what they're telling us, but that doesn't mean it's factual and true.
Right.
It's just what they're saying to us. So take it with a grain. Go ahead.
It's their hypothesis.
Correct. I mean, we all know it's strange. A kid. So there's the money that was in the ATM machine that they said they found about a week later in his closet. That was still there untouched, Christopher Proudfoot said.
Okay.
We've heard that, no phone, supposedly no shoes, perhaps socks. Still weird. What kid is going to run away and not take his backpack, some munchies, like have a little bit of a plan going on here,
Who's
one
blocking,
that thought he was going out. Well, I'm sorry.
Who's blocking and timing people out in chat? Let me see. What's going on?
I told you in the back chat.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking what's going on. Please let people are allowed to have their own opinions here. Please don't block unless it's a troll and they're nasty. or someone being a total ass. You know how I am here. Everybody's allowed to have their opinion, as long as they're not doxing, threatening, being racist or homophobic or any of that crap, that could get me in trouble.
What, like, and you said that this is not my son. Like, this is something you would not do. So you don't see it.
And I have on my panel who I want to have on my panel.
Him, like, just, you know what, I'm gonna put on my little runaway coat and just head on out of here with no shoes, take a
Doesn't
little
make sense because it's not I think my son would do.
right. And it doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, it's because there's something wrong with that scenario. Absolutely.
Is that something Katie ever when she first?
Oh, so now Seth is saying no garbage truck. And yes, Terry, he wasn't good with time and his phone was plugged in the kitchen. Well, that's funny because you backpedaled on that because you said you saw the truck yourself in the video, Seth. So which is it? Can't be both ways. And the video you're referring to, and I'm not talking about this phone, but the little couple second clips these people keep running with, there was no timestamp. It didn't work. But okay.
Yeah,
you can bet there was other videos from the neighborhood. Law enforcement's well aware. And it's funny how you ran with that at first, don't Seth? Go ahead, voices.
Seth said, I hate this, playing the Seth said game. Both Seth and Chris said that the timestamp on that video did not change. Seth made a bigger deal out of it.
Thank you, Thor.
Than what Chris did.
Yeah, big time. So this is him and Brittany's chat.
Contacted you, brought up that, could Sebastian be on his way to your house?
He didn't speak.
What was that again? Sorry, Adam?
Oh, I'd asked if Katie ever asked if it was a possibility that she thought Sebastian could be on his way to Seth's house, but I think Seth froze.
Oh, okay. Seth? Oh, it almost looks like he's got his finger up here. Seth, you froze if you can hear us.
It's okay, guys. It's okay.
Pop the link again.
I appreciate you, mods. I was just asking. That's all. It's okay.
Sorry, Seth, you had lagged for about a good minute there.
Yeah.
It almost looked like you were picking your nose.
I'd asked if that Katie ever said anything about Sebastian possibly coming to your house, and I think you said Katie didn't speak.
Mods block Nathan. Seth is highly flawed and made mistakes in doing the poor parenting. When here, this is about caring about pets. Do you think someone could have went and took him after Katie went to sleep? I thought I heard you say it's so dark. The camera next door may not have been able to see anyone. Oh, is he froze again?
He's froze again.
Oh, Seth. Seth, could you possibly log out and then come back in? I'll put the link down again because you're froze again. Oh, there we go. Paste. I'll put the link down there. Okay, 1 second. We'll just wait for. Let's see here. 1 second. Watch the video of supposedly different things, but I did you here? But anyways, okay. Like I said, can take a long walk off a short pier for all I care. But anyways, okay. So did you see the video? And I know you've talked about different things, but I never particularly heard this one. I heard that you watched the video of supposedly Sebastian taking the garbage out. Did you see that video?
I did.
And was it Sebastian?
It was too dark to tell.
Okay. Because do you know what time of the night it was for that?
No, but I didn't see a timestamp on it.
Okay. Right, because 6:30 apparently. I think there was a waitress that said that they had left at about 6:30 from the restaurant, and Katie had said that he took out the garbage, but there was no kind of clear time. But it doesn't matter. So you were saying that it was too dark or too whatever, but you really couldn't make out if it was. Did you see movement of a person though?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Do you find it? And I'm not trying to show shade to Katie or Chris on this because they do that enough themselves. But they didn't have an alarm or motion or nothing. Like no cameras, no alarm, no motion detectors. I don't know. I just thought usually nowadays, it's so odd that she works for Brent. Doesn't. But they didn't. Like you think?
No, it doesn't. There's a lot of people that don't have cameras. Hell, I know people that don't even have porch lights, let alone a camera.
By the way, Seth doesn't have a camera or alarms in his house. Are you going to shit on him now?
Oh, great point.
That is a good point. How come no one's asking Seth where all his cameras and lights are?
I mean, he left his child's home 12 hours a day.
Right.
I mean, come on. But these people don't have critical thinking skills, so that's the problem. They can't say to themselves, wait a minute, the points that I'm making against Chris and Katie could be very well lodged against Mr. Seth Rogers.
You know, if your house is protected by Smith and Wesson or any of the other Winchester or however, you generally don't need a camera or an alarm system. Beretta, Glock, you know.
Yeah, but the point is, it's like there was no way for him to be alerted. For let's say, you know, Sebastian just ran out of the house while he was at work. How would he ever know anything happened? Because he doesn't have his phone on him. He doesn't have, you know, because he's in jail because he's a guard or whatnot. He's not going to let him walk around with his phone. So he'd be no way to be alert, like to get some sort of alarm going. So he left his kid alone for 12 hours a day without any sort of way to like alert authorities. Maybe like he could have been running out or something like that. And he'd get home 14 hours later and be like, well, where's my son? I don't know. But like that, I don't know. Like, you know, you can't make points against Chris and Katie for not having cameras and alarms and not say anything about Mr. Seth Rogers. Because, you know, we all have hindsight. Hindsight's 2020, but let's be real.
Yes, sir. And we're all nearly going blind.
How is that possible?
I don't know why, but for some reason in my head, I'm trying to equate Mr. Drill Sergeant Christopher Proudfoot there, that he would have all eyes on anyone.
especially being the fact that he was away from the house first.
All right, I got some questions in regards to the video you saw, Seth, because I've heard Bobby talk about this too.
Oh, Lollipop Girl, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that.
Hey, Lolly, hope you're doing well, love.
Sorry, the kids keep my daughter.
It's hurricane season, and you're doing something. I mean, don't even apologize. Life comes first. You know that. Tim and I are very well versed in life having to come first. We got you.
Thank you.
We got
Why
you.
is she
Don't
plugging
we
it
beat
back
them?
in?
What? Let me read Seth's comment first. Can you guys hear?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I asked, what did you say? Why did she what? I didn't hear your question.
No, yeah, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much, Lollipop Girl.
You got to sing a lollipop, lollipop, lollipop.
Lollipop, lollipop,
lollipop.
I say.
How'd that go again, B. Tim?
Whoop Rider member for 4 months. Hey, voices. B. Tim, me. Happy 4 months.
Oh, look at that. A 4-month misfit.
That's it. Hey, I belong to a cool club. I'm a misfit. Proud to be one.
Hear me?
Yeah, your microphone is not messing up anymore. I don't know what happened.
Okay, yeah, well, that's great. All right, Seth says no garbage truck, and yes, Terry, he wasn't good with time, and his phone was plugged in the kitchen. So if his phone was plugged in the kitchen, that means he didn't have it, probably never even had it since he came home. I would absolutely love to know what happened that night when they come home from what's the place? Texas Roadhouse. Because once they leave Texas Roadhouse, her story completely ceases to just of any facts of any type of details, nothing. It's the most vague thing I've ever heard.
No, I see you
talking about.
I don't know.
Okay.
She was trying to disprove the fact the phone was on the plugged in downstairs in the kitchen, and then she rambled on about the Roadhouse and all this other stuff. And I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
But like they want to say that Katie's story ceases to exist, but she talked about it was time to go to bed. I told him it was time to go to bed. He said good night, I love you, good night puppies, went upstairs, and she continued on with her conversation. How is that everything ceases to exist? And maybe just maybe, law enforcement said, let's hold back on those details for right this moment. These people aren't realizing that maybe there's a reason that those details aren't out here yet.
That would require a process of thinking, and they don't have any brain cells.
So I want to ask Seth, when you saw the footage, the video of what was allegedly supposed to be Sebastian, which Bobby had spoke about this too, I can't get an answer from anybody. Were there any lights on the side of the garage? Because I'm trying to figure out how you couldn't see if it's Sebastian. If the garage lights was on, you should see him walk through the door or walk up to the door and open it. And the lights on the inside of the garage should have at least shined to show that it was Sebastian. I don't understand. Yes. Katie also said Sebastian had to earn to be able to use his switch. And he probably didn't even freaking get to use it hardly any at all.
Oh, Britt, you shouldn't be saying things like that, given that we hear your kids in the background in the middle of the night. You just need to not be saying things like that, lady. You don't like it when we talk about your parenting. Maybe you should watch how you speak about others. You're muted.
Everybody coming in. Hey, Mommy O. Hey, Grateful. Hey, yeah, there is no upstairs. Oh, Sherry B, welcome to Poolside. You're now misfit like the rest of us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I'm trying to remember the house and the floor plans.
Yeah, there is no second floor.
There is no
I
second
thought it was all
floor.
one floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. By now,
Yeah.
Britt, as many times as you went through all these interviews, you should know this stuff.
Let me see. I don't understand. We got lights on the above the garage, both garage doors. You got lights above those, and then you got the actual light inside the garage, right? So if you see someone inside the garage through the window of the door, shouldn't you be able to see?
You're most likely not going to see through the garage door, but okay.
Who that is?
I don't believe their garage door has windows in it from the
No, it
chopper
doesn't.
footage. And if you're not at the right angle, you're not going to be, if there is a door going to the exterior out of the garage, unless you're standing right in line of that site, you may or may not catch them coming out of the car into the house. If the garage is closed.
And also if you notice, because I'm looking through the neighborhood a little bit, I don't see any street lights. So
None.
it's
No, they're out in the county.
Yeah.
Yeah, that area is so dark.
Yeah. So this whole idea that you think like a light, which is gonna be like blasting everything, no, it's very dark there. You can easily lose like sight of things.
How many people do you know
sweetie.
turn their porch lights on when they go to bed and they leave them on all night? I turn my porch light off when I go to bed because I close my house down.
Yeah. I don't think
mine is set where it's just not going to burn steady. You know, there has to be some kind of major movement. Hey, I'm a budget bitch. You know, I keep that electric bill down. You know, I got neighbors that don't have a damn light outside their house, and that's okay. They don't have to. You're not, just because you don't have cameras and lights don't mean anything. You know how many Ring doorbell cameras actually aren't even hooked up? Y'all live in a bubble somewhere. I'm not sure where, but y'all need to like burst it and get out and breathe or something.
Is the garage light off?
Hmm.
All right.
Such long periods of time. To me, that didn't fit with his personality either. But
Yeah, I know. Did you find that strange at all, or just no? I mean,
Find it strange. I mean, I don't have one at my house, but I rent.
yeah.
Right.
You know, in order to do that, I have to tap into the electrical system and everything else because I've already looked into it.
Okay.
No, you don't.
And
No, you don't.
No,
I'm gonna
you
know this.
don't. That's not true.
You can do one of those Nest. You can do a Ring doorbell. You can do multiple things. It does not have to tap into your electricity.
I hear him right. Say, what did he say earlier? Like, already hacked into it?
Tap.
Tap
T-A-P.
into it?
Tap
Like, what do you
into
mean?
it, meaning that you would need to tie into an electrical line to run the cameras.
For Chris and Katie's house?
No, Seth said he checked into it for his own apartment. And that's not correct because Nest cams, I know many of my friends that have cameras and you don't, like they set them up and they run on Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you just need to just actually, a lot of them, you don't really need to hook them up into the power, you know.
And your Ring doorbell goes right where your doorbell is on your house. That's it. I mean, I could even put one of those in. Come on. My camera always gave me anxiety attack, and it was always a deer or a possum. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like
Joyce Allen Hoskins and a lot of people in chat. I pray every night for Seth and Sebastian, but last night was the first night I just cried. I tried to speak, but could just cry. So I know Seth has to be hurting 1,000 times worse. Seth. I mean, I can't say this enough. And thank you for all you loving, caring people in the world that truly care and have empathy for people that are in situations like this. But I can't stress this enough. My biggest pain inside is when people, because we cover the murdered and the missing, because people have to suffer, like in your case, what's going on right now, to even try to comprehend, describe what that must be feeling like, that your only son is missing and you have no idea where he is, makes me, many times I've put, tears coming in my eyes because it's such the most unimaginable pain to me to ever put upon a parent. And that's, I'm sure, like I said, it's just the most imaginable pain for someone. And my heart goes out to you. And
it would piss me off too.
Absolutely. Like, okay.
Me too. Yep.
And I know you've answered this before, but that's pretend like you haven't. But what do you feel that someone has, Sebastian? That someone helped and aided him?
All I have is
circumstantial.
Yeah. And TV.
Like
TV doesn't want to listen to it. Sumner County doesn't want to listen to it. Yeah.
Really? On a scale of 1 to 10, how frustrating is that for you? 100? Yeah, on there.
So Jackie Young says, have you seen the clothes that you saw your son wearing?
I'm sure they're hearing you, Seth. You're just not getting the response you feel you should get. So you decide to go against law enforcement, who's actually went above and beyond in this case.
He knows that that's not true. I agree, Body. He knows that that's not true. And that tells me that he tried to give them information that they were able to rule out, and it didn't fit with with their investigation.
Yeah, it's not running with their narrative.
Bring on the Texas Road.
So I would imagine he's given them all kind of info and none of it checked out, and it didn't suit him.
No, back in that house since the little escapade with my sister setting up a GoFundMe.
Right. That's kind of where it all went down.
Okay, look, I am so sick of everyone saying, well, he didn't do it, his sister did it. Bullshit. He was well aware of what was going on. He was a part of it. If he didn't want it, he could have closed it down immediately. Instead, he waited till it got over 26K.
And he asked it to be dropped on the regular in multiple live streams that he was on.
Yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure he asks on this one too, doesn't he?
I think they did in the beginning, yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know Katie said that he was wearing jeans. And I believe I want to say she said a white shirt. Is that correct?
Jeans, I think it was a blue, like a grayish blue, long sleeve.
No, that's not right either. Chris said it was like a black graphic tee.
Yeah, he only wanted to wear certain shirts. I
And
remember that.
Seth even talked about it on one of the interviews at Pascal, maybe, about what he was wearing. No, it wasn't jeans. It was like sweatpants. Am I remembering this wrong, you guys?
I was on T-Rev 757 Live at the beginning when Seth said law enforcement told him the clothes he was wearing at Texas Roadhouse was accounted for. Yeah, I never heard of these clothes either. Yeah, me neither.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure because I'm over here feeling really dumb.
Remember, Chris and Katie even talked about it a couple times. There was only certain shirts he would wear, certain clothes he would wear, and mostly black shirts with those characters on.
Yes, that's right. They talked about it on Queens with us that night. That's right.
Sure.
Okay, for that. Okay. Only because obviously a lot of people don't even feel like Sebastian made it home after that.
He did.
Let's see. Sherry says if the trash video was taken, there must be footage of anyone coming or going the weekend and should be checked. Okay. Thanks, Sherry. Cars. I knew that on Trav Time that there was this rumor of a vehicle at 3-something in the morning. Anything about that you've heard about any vehicles, mysterious vehicles in the area?
I've already given the information to TBI.
Okay.
So
you have,
because they're not going to respond to me. They're not going to tell me if they checked it out. They're not going to tell me anything. So pretty much I get a...
Deborah says, I got oopy security cameras. No electric wire in, runoff Wi-Fi. By the way, Seth, I have an autistic son. He is 38. No way I leave him by himself. Missy RN. Black sweatpants with straight down them like the old school with long black sleeves shirts. Short. Yeah.
Yes, that's the description I remember. I don't remember what he is saying up there. I don't.
Not at all. In fact, I heard him talk several times about his clothes and nothing like that.
Take a whole bunch of flyers and take a map and throw a dart at it and find out where I'm going to start next.
I get it. Yeah, absolutely. And Jacqueline, thank you for the super sticker. But he has answered that one for the Speedway tip. So yes, he has heard about it, and you said you go ahead and answer again if you would like, Seth, to that.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second.
I'm autistic. I'll be 39 next month, and I can do everything on my own. Fantastic. That's amazing. That's fantastic.
And Titanium's a creator on
I
top
sent the
of it
information
all.
to TBI.
Yeah. And she's a good creator.
Yep.
I'd have never known. I never knew that.
B. Tim, are you still with us?
Listening.
Okay.
It's like, are you here? I am here.
I don't know.
I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm cutting stuff with my Cricut, and I'm getting ready to start gluing layers. So I wasn't paying attention to chat. So I just all of a sudden I'm like, boy, B-Tip's been really quiet. Is he still here? Did he leave us?
How much more is left of this? Okay.
Check on it or not.
Okay. Someone said, okay. No. So again, this timeline.
Well, what about it?
So, did anybody ask Seth if they had security cameras in that home?
Yeah.
We've already went over that.
I could be way behind. But
No, not today. I've actually have asked a couple people. I've asked Seth, which I don't think I've got an answer. I think Seth, the only thing that I've ever got out of Seth in that regards to that is that he pretty much, they did what they did in their home and he did what he did in his home, and he didn't really pry. So I don't know. Seth, if that would be an awesome question to answer if you got the answer. I've also reached out to another person involved in the case.
In all actuality, it's none of your freaking business.
Yeah, you're not cops. Like, first off, like this is something that the cops would have. And if there was surveillance footage in the house that was capturing everything, do you think like the cops would be like, yeah, we're not going to mention it. We're not going to mention anything about having this stuff. Like in 7
Right, see,
months.
say,
Oh my God.
And I do believe
right, see
Chris
something,
even.
say something.
I
Black
do believe.
clothing is what he wore to bed. The jeans and the t-shirts, what he had on at the Roadhouse.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they
pajamas.
did specify that he always wore the black pants and the long black sleeve shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do believe that Seth, that Chris corrected Seth and said, you know that we don't have cameras. You know
Yes.
that.
But he wants to perpetrate and push that bullshit. And by the way, the kid's wearing all black and he's going into pitch black night with no lights out. That's not exactly an insane theory to think that that made it tougher to see him in the dark. Just a thought. And also, it's like, I have a question. His glasses are missing as well, right?
Yes.
So if Chris and Katie did something to Sebastian, why would they also take his glasses as well?
Well, I mean, that would be a sign that you're a good criminal.
Yeah, like you've done, like, let's say you did a crime that was just spontaneous, right?
Oh.
You're so nervous that you're talking to your husband for 3 hours to plan out this thing, and you're gonna remember taking the glasses but forget the shoes.
Oh, great point, B. Tim.
You know what I mean? I mean, like, these people don't quite understand. Like, if you're smart enough to think to take the glasses, which is a minor detail, and probably the one you'd probably forget 100% of the time, you would definitely remember to take the shoes, because how many people are going to believe that a kid walked out without shoes? A known person that doesn't understand the usual scenarios where kids running away would say, oh my God, I got to make sure I take his shoes, so they believe that he ran away. For instance, in the area seller case, the foster parents who did murder the adopted kid made a whole fucking bullshit excuse, like she grew up in the streets and she loved to go out at night and she dressed up in shoes. She had shoes on and her clothes on and she just walked out. And it's like, you could tell when someone's bullshitting. Now, a person who's not bullshitting tells you the whole thing, even if it hurts them, like the bang at night, the fact he left without shoes on, all points to the fact that he probably just walked out the door thinking that he'd be right back. I mean, how many people have walked out of their house barefoot to throw garbage out or something, or do something quick? I know that's not unsanitary, but some people do that sometimes.
Yeah. Run out to your car to grab something out of it if you don't have a garage.
Yeah.
And the fact that he didn't have shoes, but he had his glasses,
yeah,
in my opinion, that tells me that he thought he was running out to grab something, or maybe he went outside. Maybe he saw the cat and he went outside.
And let's say like he went outside and he says, I need to see, I can't see too well, takes his glasses, walks outside, doesn't want to make too much noise while walking through the house, because obviously he does. And plus the shoes are probably, I don't know if his shoes are, the placement of his shoes are in his room or outside outside his room. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, most likely a criminal that is planning on making it look like the kid ran away would definitely remember to take the shoes, a pair of shoes.
I agree.
Very much. Yes. I totally agree.
Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get an answer. But I've asked that same question. I know I have heard a couple of things that make it very much seem like they had cameras.
Hey, Georgia girl.
But I mean,
Kathy ain't got time for BS.
Brittany, can you cite your source as to what you've been told?
What do I
know? Seem like they have cameras? Because in all the stuff that we've covered on this, I don't remember ever hearing anything like that. I just
Chris
don't.
had made reference to cameras, but he made it clear that if he did or didn't, he wouldn't be disclosing, because that's private information and none of nobody's business.
Correct.
And law enforcement's the only people that need to know, and whatever the situation is, they are aware. But it's really not your business to know, Brittany.
I agree.
I do want to ask you guys, if you don't mind. First of all, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight. I thoroughly enjoy having this conversation and trying to get it back to where it should be, and that's on Sebastian Rogers. We are at 210 days, and it is heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. No trace. We have no sign of where he's at. 15 years old, so adorable, and she's a heartbreaking, breaks my heart. So thank you for let's keeping it on topic.
I call bullshit on that. If it broke her heart, she wouldn't be doing this for 200 and how many nights? 211 nights.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
This is
it
number.
just breaks my Southern Belle heart. Oh, poor. Oh, I just feel so sad. So sad.
I'm gonna review these interviews 20 times because I'm so heartbroken.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna constantly ask the question that I should have probably wrote down on a piece of paper to the father of the missing child, because I just don't give a fuck enough to actually write down this stuff. So I would actually refer back to my notes. I mean, why the hell would I ever write down information that was told to me by the father of a missing child? I mean, seriously. I mean, that would take time away from me just basically sleeping and watching TV all day and YouTube.
Keeping it moving, you're right. And there's 43 other kids that these people will not mention because they don't bring them views. Harley Ryder, actually, Katie said that they had cameras in one of her first interviews that she did, and then all of a sudden they started backtracking, saying that they didn't have cameras. What I heard said, "Hey Tilly T, it doesn't matter if they do or don't. Chris made it clear whether they do or don't. He wasn't disclosing that personal information. That was private personal information, and it's none of nobody's business but law enforcement's."
And it's good not to focus on the drama. But if you guys don't mind, can you take a second, click that thumbs up? If you want to become a member, please. Nina mentioned the cameras in the home. Yes, she did. And I'll never forget how she did.
Well, she's just such a credible source.
She didn't mention them in a way that was like questioning if they had them. It was more as a fact, like, Christopher, you have cameras in your house. Don't you have cameras? That's somebody that has prior knowledge. But I need a little more elaboration. And
elaboration.
Yeah, Seth, if you know that answer.
Elaboration?
Yes, she needs a little more elaboration. Isn't the proper phrasing? I would need him to be a little more elaborate. Could I get him to elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah.
Elaboration.
She's so brilliant, don't you know?
Well, she likes to baffle him with her bullshit.
Yes. Don't break that poor Southern girls. Ha. I do declare.
Little Southern Belle heart. Listen, this bitch tried to say that the whole reason that she was covering this case was because she has a baby that's on the spectral. Not even spectrum.
I do declare Voices is a hate channel. Voices, how dare you speak so badly about Brittany J?
Bitch, I got her internet paid this winter. Fuck that. I can speak as poor about somebody as I want to. When this bitch lost her monetization, I helped. When she needed money for at a time when I didn't have money, I sent her $50. She did pay me back, but I did it because it was a friend.
I couldn't imagine going to a sub and asking to borrow money.
I wasn't a sub. I was a creator still. I've been a creator for years. But, I mean, I did it because...
No, you and her had a friendship. I get that.
Right.
I'm just saying, I know I've seen people say that she has actually reached out to people that have given
Yes.
tips to her channel and
Yes,
asked
ma'am.
for money
Yes, ma'am. She has.
privately. Wow.
Oh.
But I'm the grifter? Yeah, okay. Okay.
I'll do declare
greatly
grifting.
Listen, if you were a grifter or I was that bad of a person, B Tim wouldn't be sitting up here with us. He's a little judgy that way.
Now, don't ruin it for me. I'm just getting ready to hit the man up.
Yeah, well, listen, you're gonna have to get in line because he's getting ready to shuck out all his money to send my ass to Boston to win a dinner with Karen Reed.
I mean, that would be. I'm gonna have you. If you do get a dinner with Karen Reed, we're gonna have to like get secret fucking cameras on you.
I'm telling you,
like spy pen. We're gonna have to do a Laura.
We're gonna get the glasses.
Do a Laura.
We're gonna get the glasses so you can see everything that I'm looking at.
We're gonna do a Laura where we get the spy pen.
You're
Or is
right,
that Molly?
Kathy. She has been.
That was Molly.
You're
Molly.
right.
We're gonna get
You
a
are
Molly.
so right, Kathy. Hey, Holly.
And we're gonna get you like a cell. We're gonna get you like a mic in one ear, so me and Kathy can be like giving.
We'll get you one of them necklaces that can show it. You know, that has the little camera. We'll film it all. Oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna
get
hook
the
you up.
glasses. We're gonna get the glasses so then I can be wearing glasses the whole time, and you guys can see exactly what I see. Yes.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna
Sounds
have to
good.
pay for a lot of drinks for Karen Reed. We're gonna have to get her hammered.
I'm telling you, jeez.
Hell,
That
if
might
she
be
ain't
a
been
little
drinking,
bit
it
over
won't
my
take me much.
budget. That might be all on you. You know, I am just a grifter.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be. That might have to be on your dime, B Tim. Us grifters, you know, we ain't got it like that.
exactly. Well, we'll have to get.
I was just about ready to hit you up, and voices done blew to burst my
Yeah.
bubble.
I told you, back off. That's my financy.
Hey, Daz.
He already made a deal with me that he was getting me to Boston. Like, we're
If you
going.
I'm
win
gonna
that-
drop down, Britt.
If you win that raffle, you're definitely going down to Boston. We're getting you there. Secret.
we'll
You'll be
get
our
you
secret
there.
agent.
Secret agent.
Are they really doing that? This is
Yeah, it's a raffle. You
Yeah.
you can actually pay $50 to win a raffle to get a
Why?
dinner
How
with-
much?
50 bucks. You can go in and
To have dinner with to get a chance to have a dinner.
Yeah, you can have dinner with her and a lawyer.
Her and her lawyer.
Oh,
So
my
listen, I'm going to be
God.
going live on my own channel, hawking my crafts like crazy because I need to have I got to have at least $100. I need actually 200 to enter this raffle. I need 4 shots at it.
Oh my god! Did you see
Look,
the
I'm not
glares?
throwing away $50 on.
Did you see the
Karen
glares?
Reed.
The glare. It was down there, like protesting for
Up there. He lives down. He's up there.
Oh, yeah, sorry. But did you see his, did you see, look at this picture, Kathy P. You don't have to put it up, but just look at that.
Oh, no.
Forget about the signs. Someone edited the signs in the background as a joke. But look at him.
Does he look ill?
Look at it, voices.
Oh, hang on. I didn't realize it was in back chat. I'm cutting shit with my Cricut. Hang on.
Holy fuck. I don't know what happened to him.
Okay,
He looks
why is
bad.
it loading? It's taking forever to freaking load.
What do you think,
Oh
voices?
my god. He's
Yeah, he
a
looks-
dog has.
Yeah, look at his teeth.
Oh my god.
Oh, can you all see that? No, I'll show you.
No, you gotta share
Y'all
this.
want to see it?
Oh,
yeah,
I'll show
man.
you.
He aged like fucking. He opened up the Ark of the Covenant.
50 now?
He is 50, but he didn't look that bad. He's almost 50. He didn't look that bad 6 months ago. But he aged like he opened up the Ark of the Covenant.
There you
He's
go,
aged.
in all his glory.
There
you
just
go.
zoom on his face.
Oh yeah, look at those teeth. That whole bottom looks like it's one great big plaque out, tartar deposit.
Look at those teeth.
Oof. Damn you, B Tim. Now I'm gonna have nightmares. I bet that smells like stank ass mouth.
Yeah, man, look how great he's
Oh,
got. His skin looks bad, man. He looks really fucking sickly. I mean, I don't know.
well, it's
man.
taking forever to switch over. There.
Yeah.
Oh my- Oh my god.
Yikes.
He looks really sickly. I was like, holy fuck, is he okay? Yeah, that's the glare. That is the glare. And I was like, man, he's not doing too well, man. Jeez Louise.
Well, maybe he is doing well, and we just are being judgmental.
That's the glare. Like, if you compare the glare 6 months ago, he looked a lot better 6 months ago.
Oh yeah, back when he was.
That is called the glare.
Yeah, he
Hey,
looked
what's
a lot better.
Turtle Boy stuff should be moving along here, right?
Yeah,
he's there, isn't it?
That's why he's there. He's like, I'm gonna protest the free Turtle Boy. My bestest friend.
Well, I'm going to cover all that stuff because I covered it in the beginning, and then we got into the Karen Reed stuff. But I'm covering all the Turtle Boy antics. Oh
well,
yeah,
you better
and
get
I'll
on
remind people. I've got a lot of stuff saved. I'm going to remind people. I'm going to start covering that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me up here. I'm not offering a whole. I'm going to listen. So
thank God.
Love all you guys.
Love you too. Do your
Thank you.
microphone.
They don't really love you, Ben. They love your money.
When you need it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's the deaf one.
Thank you, Max. Oh, love you too. Oh, we try to.
That is so gross.
I'm a girl, and I'm a duck. You're cute, super cute. Hey, Ben. Cute name. Hey, Lee.
So in the morning, Sebastian is.
I'll be right back, voices. I'm going to tuck my kids in real quick.
Laughing, they're joking around. He.
Oops, sorry.
Calls a relative to brag. I'm not even sure what it was to brag about. Katie didn't really say. It was really weird, strange though, when she looks over to Chris though and goes, and then we went to pick up, his cousin, and she looks like literally over to Chris, and Chris is just like, as if he was there. That was always strange to me. Like, not that I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do note red flags.
Maybe because she's another person and they don't want to do it in their life.
Window, we would have heard him, is what he said on a podcast. And then when Katie turns to him, Stephen kind of is like, and then we went to pick up. I'm assuming that that's a cousin from Chris Proudfoot's side. Do you know? That morning of his disappearance, on the 25th, eats breakfast. They get a call from, I guess, maybe the aunt. They go pick up his cousin, they say.
Well, it depends, because depending on who you listen to, either Katie went to pick them up or Melissa went to pick them up. So I don't know.
Well, I was going to say, so
nobody has the story straight. So it's like, if your stories aren't matching and your stories aren't straight, then at least one of you are lying.
Why didn't you say this in the beginning?
Just to ask you, okay, because I've watched their interviews, and theirs are easy to keep track of.
On YouTube and not to
unlike yours, because now you're everywhere, right? On all YouTube, putting out Sebastian, hey, people, come help out and search.
Wish he turned off his camera.
I just want my kid back. Please, do what you can to help assist. And you're just speaking out every which way you can. And I get it. I bet
you gotta take a nap on a live stream. Turn off the camera.
What I mean, and your son's out there missing. Do you feel guilty if you're just sitting there, Seth?
I feel frustrated because I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Right. Where else to go? Where else to look? Exactly.
It's like when I did the show for Pascal, I told him I could do it 9 o'clock at night because by then I'm back here, and I don't want any of my volunteers out there after dark because we got people following them around. I want them to be in the daylight.
You don't have people following them around.
You do not.
My son.
I wanna. It's like, sir, no one's following your the people searching. You're making up shit yet again because you just want to be the victim, the eternal fucking victim. It's like, no one's following, no one's tearing down signs, no one's threatening you. I've never seen one person do a live stream of your fucking house because I don't even know I don't even know where he lives. And he's acting like people doxed his location, where he's living. No, you know who swatted him? You know the person who really messed you over? T-Rev. You know what T-Rev did? He secretly took a picture of you while your legs were open, leaning backwards, like while you're in your own house. These are your friends. These are the people that you had sitting around you, man.
Probably sitting
and I don't believe he was ever swatted either.
Yeah, him swatted, no, that never happened.
Yeah.
Betty wasn't swatted. Betty had a wellness check because she basically talked about, certain feelings against herself, basically, and making very big claims on a live stream, which is usually the stupidest thing to do. But she got a wellness check, and that's pretty much it. There wasn't a SWAT. Do you know what a swatting is? A swatting is when someone calls up the local police and say that person just murdered their family and they're armed and dangerous, and then the cops come there with guns ablazing, thinking that you're an armed, crazed person. Okay, that is
SWAT
swatting.
team.
Yeah, the SWAT team.
Something tactical. What is that? Assault tactical? I don't
Assault
know.
Assault tactical. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know I don't remember what SWAT stands for, but like
that is a SWAT.
Survey analysis. I don't know, whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. Seth was not swatted. Betty was not swatted. No one freaking came, threatened his life. It's actually just things they just make up this, so that they can say to the news station, oh, we're being attacked. This is why we're afraid to search. It's like, no, what happened was you did a couple of searches for the camera, and then they were half-ass searches, to be completely honest with you. I know no one wants to say that to you in live stream, but they were half-ass searches. They weren't professionally done. You had no one with a brain to actually know how to lead the search and give you an idea of how to properly do the searches. And you basically got rid of anyone that was professional to add a bunch of morons. You got 2 a.m. girls, TikTok Tony. You got, Nick the Hat, who can't leave the state of Pennsylvania, fucking receding hairline lawyer. You got Dog, the geriatric dog, the bounty hunter. You got who can't even remember names, let alone he probably forgets his own name, to be honest with you. And you got a bunch of other freaking clowns in the circus. You know what I mean? And the thing is that, that's your team. And you got Griffney J, who's just grifting all the way until Christmas, and her Mensa panel, who basically are just I don't know, just get everything wrong. And Seth's sitting and he's like, I'm searching for my son, but yet I could stay in on a live stream 15 hours a day and watch people live stream. And then when you do go on the news stations, they get shit wrong all the time. The people that you have representing you get shit wrong all the time. They don't even remember, Dog doesn't even remember your own son's name. Called him Nicholas, then proceeded to call him, Seth, Sean. Then you have another news outlet that's talking about they're being threatened, and Dog the Bounty Hunter represented a $100,000 award. No, he did not. He did not represent $100,000. He offered $25,000, and Nick offered $25,000, and the FBI offered $50,000. And mainstream news media gets everything goddamn wrong. His team gets everything goddamn wrong, and they're a bunch of fucking clowns, idiots, and morons. And that's the
Runway Truth.
Hey, Runway.
I'm sorry for that tirade, but it's the truth. He's basically got rid of a professional team of people that actually cared, put their money where their mouth was, and actually try to focus on the situation and replace them with grifters, clowns, and morons. That's what happened. What has Griffney done that has ever been important to this particular case? Nothing. What did John is for all do? Nothing.
Oh wait, they made a lot of money off this case.
Well, they made a lot of money. And listen, I'm not gonna shit on a person making money on talking about a true crime case. If you're actually talking about a true crime case and you make money, fine. But
that's not what they're doing, Tim. They're exploiting the fact that Brittany is on night 213.
Yeah. And basically, it's she sits there and shits on people saying, oh my God, people that attack Seth are terrible people. Well, Grifty, you better look in the goddamn mirror because you're doing the exact same thing you're calling out other people for. You should look in the mirror and say to yourself, wow, wait a minute. I am weaponizing these situations to attack Chris and Katie on circumstantial bullshit thought process. That the main reason is that, he walked outside and he was barefoot. Well, you know what? I can name about 3 other cases in which that has happened with kids walking outside barefoot. It is
Demon Chihuahua, there's a couple reasons. First off, a troll came in. I had my screen protector up. He used a word I do not use. And secondly, I didn't apparently when I was showing Betty's video, I didn't even realize she was doxing Granny's family because no names were said, and honestly, I thought she was talking about Jay. But and I thought I was sticking up for Granny, but apparently not. So I have to edit it before I can put it back up.
Yeah, I mean, I
That's
think
all.
that's yeah.
Listen, if Seth were swatted by now, a YouTuber would have found it in the public
Oh
record.
my gosh, it would be all over. The Betty would have been running with that. There would have been before Coffee Club Lives.
Yeah, I mean, let's
She'd
be
have been up.
let's be honest here. What's going on? Betty has hijacked the case for herself, basically making herself the main story of the case. She barely talks about the kid and only talks about how much she hates the parents and about how herself and how much she hates other YouTubers. Grifting gets things wrong constantly and basically simps for Seth and attacks Katie constantly in every single goddamn live. You got Jaundice for all doing the same goddamn thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got all these other people doing the goddamn thing. Tony's basically half asleep during an interview, and if not manipulating things behind the scenes. And you got a wackadoo in Pennsylvania running around cemeteries and fucking parking lots screaming about the fucking Illuminati and how all the evil YouTubers are coming after Seth and how he's got his fucking receding hairline attorney is going to deal with all of them with federal injunctions, which basically is a threat to basically cost people money on frivolous bullshit. And that's the truth. Sorry for cursing so much. I'll stop. Sorry, Lou. I get into my rape. Sorry.
Tangent over. Beat him back.
Oh, okay, runway.
Sometimes I get a little irate. Sorry.
At the same point in time, I'm
That's
trying to
all
make
right.
sure everybody who helps me
I don't mind it.
doesn't get hurt.
Hey, Monkey Mark.
Absolutely. I mean, like, you know, honestly, it's just such a mind, like I call it like a mind fuck, really. Like, honestly, like, I mean, I sat there and I've listened to all of Katie's. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you.
He's 6.5.
Like, they've added, hey, the first one they did was on a podcast, okay, which I had 5K viewers, subscribers. I thought that was strange, but apparently the podcaster, somebody
Did I
knew
make it?
the
Wait,
Proudfoots, and I thought that was strange, you know, just for the fact that I would think that the media out there, like the actual news outlets, those people can put stuff out there in a sense farther than a 5K channel.
Oh, I did it.
Congratulations.
I got over 3,500. I got 3,546, but that'll probably drop by 6 or 10 by morning.
And that's
but
why
okay. I did it.
That's part. Congratulations, and that's part of the reason that you need to turn subscriber mode on all the time, because otherwise people don't subscribe and they just show up to chat. So you make
That's a good idea. I've done that.
All right, I'm going to
This
start
was a-
unsubscribing right now.
Wow.
Don't you dare. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
But I mean,
I
like,
know I'm still a tiny, but that's big for me. I never thought I'd have 100 people, let alone, you know.
Well, you clocked in almost 500 people, you know, at one point. You're getting there. You're getting there.
Little by little, I'm an inchworm. See, I'm a misfit. Misfits take time, but man, we carry a wallop. You know?
No offense to the channel. That was called Duchess that they were on first. Now that's
Leave
when
her alone.
Katie and Christopher, and mostly Christopher was doing the talking.
You know, that infuriates me to no end. Duchess doesn't do the drama. She doesn't get involved in this crap. And she doesn't review Betty and all them. She sticks to cases and she highlights a lot of missing people. And so does Arctic Fox. And it just irks me when people go at them. Because they're not in it for the views and clicks. She has a good heart. And she really cares.
And they talked about the flashlight. They kept saying about the door being locked. It's funny how they never really mentioned it more so after that. So the first time they said the most information was on that first interview that they did on Dutch's channel.
The doors lock has been talked about quite a bit, actually.
Our lock has been talked about almost in every single stream about every.
Gotta remember though,
person.
you guys, this was done in April before those others.
I know.
Yeah, but
I
it
know.
still was back then. I had heard it many times. It's always been talked about.
I think it's been talked
And
about
I
ad
do-
nauseum.
Yeah. And you're right, Voices. I do need to remind myself sometimes this was, 5 months ago.
Then they did one with WS.
Part of the reason that I keep that's like when I say it, I'm also reminding myself because I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't line up with what we know. And then I have to remember that this happened long before a lot of it and before they started debunking everything.
Yeah.
But and when you listen to these and you realize, yeah, there is a lot of inconsistencies, but not where they're trying to put them.
Yahtzee, exactly. Not where they're trying to put the inconsistencies.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think, like, the truth of the matter is, like, this could be, I mean, like, what are they going to all do when they find, if this, like, situation occurs and they find Sebastian and it's not Chris and Katie, and the whole result was basically they all went after a person on very limited information.
Well, then they all better get ready to pucker up and kiss some ass, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But will they? No. Doubtful.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you sit here and they don't quite understand that what they're doing is going to be backfiring on some people. And even let's say Chris and Katie are like guilty in your minds. Well, you jumped on a conclusion of a case based upon limited information. Like, you're not doing actual true crime. A true crime case, you actually start, you create a timeline of events. You go through the inconsistencies here and there, and you talk about what you can talk about. But there's a lot of people just insinuating and guessing stuff and really just making up stuff, unfortunately, and that's what you're seeing.
Yep.
And it's like they glazed over. Like they
No.
were talking, right? They're sitting there, what's the news, a little bit different kind of vibe. And it's like there's at no point would Katie really give any sort of timeline. It was just more like, we woke up,
what timeline? What more of a timeline did you need? He was there in the house when she went to bed. When she woke up, she was sleeping. Is that not what happens when you wake up? It's because you were sleeping. So she woke up in the morning and he was not there. Pretty straightforward timeline, you dits. Would you want her to do? Not sleep and stand guard at the door?
Honey, I don't
understand
you all the
you
way up in
people.
Canada. Can you yell a little bit louder?
Yeah, you got a little bit louder.
Sorry.
I'm saying you're not yelling loud enough. She can't hear you all the way up in Canada.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I just think like,
Hope you still here. Hope you in Canada. You still here? You got a visit to make.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's just a lot.
Samaritans
You keep on playing. Sorry.
went out for dinner. If she even said that the first time, can't remember. I have to go listen again. He said at 9 o'clock, I told him it was time to go to bed. And then, he says, love you, mama, love you, puppies. And the next thing you know, she wakes him up or goes to wake him up and he's not there. And then, and then the next one they do.
What is so confusing about that? What happens when you go to bed? I'm curious. What do you think happens when you go to bed?
Well,
or when you tuck your kids in?
Well,
what does that mean?
When I go to bed, I usually drink some water and then I meditate and light some incense and meditate. I'm joking with you. I use my water bottle. I'm just joking. I'm telling my routine, not the kids' routine. No, what probably happens is the kid says, night mom, night dad, love ya, goes to bed. That's usually the scenario that I imagine would happen. I mean, it's not a crazy scenario.
Latte says, what proof do we have that she had any communication with Sebastian? We don't know who was in the house. Just saying.
That's true,
I
too.
don't believe there was That could be, but I don't believe it was any more than her and Sebastian. I do believe Chris was out of town.
I agree with you. Well,
It's been confirmed.
it's been confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think like,
but law enforcement would know that. And
I mean,
that's-
if Chris basically lied and wasn't in town, and wasn't at work, and there was huge inconsistencies, they would probably say, well, we're looking at so and so as suspects. You know what I mean? Like they didn't make no, like for instance, the whole Quentin Simon case. They didn't make it a secret that they thought it was Alani Simon that they were looking at, the cops. They were pretty much like, yeah, we're looking at her as a suspect.
You're right.
Yeah.
That is accurate, B. Tim.
You know, if they really thought that, and that's a pretty big situation, if he lied to the cops, because that's one of the charges they got Lalani for, lying to the cops. So if Chris came out and lied to the cops and said, hey, I was at work, and then he wasn't at work, and he was and that was happened, they can charge you for that. And
I was just sitting here thinking about who else lied to the cops recently.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, he was at work. So the only thing that makes sense is that he went out of the house. Now, I mean, there's could be multiple scenarios that could have happened. He could have went out and he could have kept on walking. Maybe just like SF says, thinking that he had to do something at school. Maybe he was just, did something else and he's got lost and he's still out there. Or someone lured him out. Using some sort of technology, said, hey, meet me outside. He thought it would be a moment. Person snatches them up and then drives away.
And if they don't know who snatched him up, how are you going to do a bolo or any of those other things?
They'd love that. They love to do crafts and paint.
Yeah.
Or he never got to the house. That's also a possibility.
No.
Oh no, you're not. No, you're allowed your opinions. Please have them. That could be, but I do believe that was him that took out the trash. I do believe that they did go home.
Well, law enforcement would have a whole different. They would have
scenario
totally going different if he wasn't actually made it home from Texas Roadhouse. They would have something totally different.
Wow. Why would she make up a story about a thump that incriminates her?
Exactly.
And why would his clothes that he went out still be there and not his pajama clothes?
Good point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and why, you know what I mean? Like that scenario just doesn't make sense. What makes more sense is that he went to bed and then he walked out of the house basically while her mom was the mom was distracted or sleeping. Yeah. And that's simple as that.
Well, remember when we were talking to him, B. Tim? I asked him, like, had he ever done that before? And they're like, don't know. We were sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, you have a kid that has a hard time sleeping to the point where he has to be given sleepy time tea. Okay, he goes to bed. He probably gets up, or maybe he stays up, and he just eventually waits until his mom sleeps and then walks out. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. And it's not a crazy scenario to think about.
No, but God forbid that happened to another parent. Like, that sounds like it's the parent's worst nightmare.
Yeah, it happened to Angel Turner.
Well, the trash went out before that. The noise she heard in his room, coming from his room, she was asked to describe the sound she heard. That's where the thump came from, because she was asked to describe as best she could. Was it a loud thump? Was it a low? I don't know. But then that's when, she asked him, yelled out to him if he was okay, whatever their conversation was. And the good nights happened and they went to bed. He's 15. When you run away, you're not going to wait for your parents to wake up. You're going to want to do it while they're still sleeping. You're not going to knock on the door and say, hey, I'm running away. Can you slide me some money? Can you pack me some food and clothes? It just doesn't work that way, sadly. That's just Katie's account. Where's the proof of life we need is the Roadhouse. We know is the Roadhouse. I even think law enforcement's pretty confident that that was him taking out the trash. I think, and they've made it clear that there's no signs of foul play,
And Seth
and
said
that all the parents have been cooperating.
Seth also said that he saw the proof of life. He asked for proof of life, the Texas Roadhouse video, and he was shown it.
Mm-hmm. But I think that they have enough info to know that that was Sebastian taking out the trash.
Oh, I agree.
Or, yeah.
Anyway, Kathy, I gotta skedaddle. I got work tomorrow.
All right.
Good talking, Kathy. You have a good one.
Thank you for coming up, B-Tim.
Hey, B-Tim, it was always great. I hate you so much. Get the hell out of here.
I despise you, and I hope your next cricket creation gets bent.
That's fine. As long as you say that my cricket doesn't break, because I can't.
Well, I had to change my wording just in case. I didn't want to jinx your cricket machine.
Yep, you totally. It can get bent. I'm totally. Get the hell out of here, you jerk.
Yeah, it is a bad video and it's a dark video, but I think law enforcement is secure in that aspect of it because they've not said anything different. And like I said, we don't know. We weren't there. Law enforcement's not really talking much. I have, to be honest with you, I just want to stay the path I've been on, where I don't think any of the parents had anything to do with it. And I want to believe he's going to come home. But I think law enforcement, it would have been a whole different ball game. I think they're pretty secure in the fact that that was him taking out the trash. But that's just my take on it.
Shit, I was over here saying, yep, I agree, and I was muted. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm like, yep, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, there's nothing but speculation because we don't 100% know anything because no one has been cleared. For all we know, the rumors going around about someone not being on camera when they were supposed to be could be true. That person could have arranged someone to pick him up. Maybe that's why he went out of the house the way he did. Maybe he was going out to meet someone, or he thought he was going out to get something and coming right back in. You know, we don't know if any of the parents were behind anything, to be honest. We only know what law enforcement said, that there's no signs of foul play and that the parents are cooperating. That's all they pretty much said. Oh, no school tomorrow. Make changes, no school tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
That's okay. I will figure out crafts to do with them.
You guys will have a good time.
Yeah, we did today.
That's
why I was so late going live.
Crafts, board games, all the things.
Yep. We played probably 20 board games at least. 20 games. We play a lot of board games. That's
I love
one thing
board games.
Yeah, we play card games. We play board games.
You're such a good mama.
Regularly. Well, it's better than them sitting in front of the TV.
Well, there's always that option if you need it.
Nah. I like doing things with them. I mean, sometimes they're on their tablets or they get TV time, but I'd rather sit and make something with them or play games, or we even do some schoolwork. Okay. Back to this.
They're too emotional and we're just looking at hands. Like this is your child and we're looking at hands, because they're too emotional to do the interview. But yet, sorry, no offense, but that was when they were the least emotional from the interviews I had personally watched. But I was like, this is your son. Like what the heck? Like, if I'd be like just like you, Seth, I'd be exactly like what you're doing. That's who I am as a person. Get your butt off, put your face on the front. If Sebastian's out there, Mama, show your freaking face on the camera, okay? None of this hand holding crap. But anyways, my personal opinion. But anyways, then all of a sudden we hear about a thud at 10 o'clock. And then she
Okay.
says, according to Katie,
Number one, she doesn't have to show her face. She doesn't owe you people anything. Number two, she was asked during an interview to best describe the sound she heard. Go back and watch it.
she says, like, Sebastian, did you fall out of your bed? No, ma'am. Okay, I don't care whatever you're doing in there, but get your butt to bed, basically. But she never said erratic and added information. And it's like pulling teeth. Whereas you come out and you're just like, hey, I'll answer. What do you guys want to know?
That sounds great. They love doing that stuff. I would get the foam sheets, the foam board, or you can get these kits, where you can make penguins, whatever kind of critter or whatever. And if not, we just use, because they have tons of Play-Doh kits, and we make stuff out of Play-Doh too. And they have clay. We make stuff out of clay.
Well, I've got glue, and the only thing I don't do is glitter because I don't deal in glitter. So,
oh Lord, we have that too. And trust me, when we do glitter, it's everywhere.
I don't deal in glitter, so, but I've got beads, and I've got some of those foam sheets with all kinds of little things that I've cut out of them, animal shapes and house shapes and tea sets and stuff. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I just need to. It'll be after the first of the month. So.
Well, the kids wanted a 4-day weekend. They got it. My little boy's hooked on these. He wanted a 4-day weekend. He heard it on TV. So he wanted a 4-day weekend. So he's all excited because he's getting his 4-day weekend.
Hey, Ryan, how are you feeling? And did you get my email? It said that I was blocked.
I hope you're okay, Ryan.
I knew last night he said he had.
There's no brainwash. Just having a discussion here. There he is.
I'll answer you. You were more, I'll say politically correct at the start a little bit. You were just, getting your feelers out there, doing some things at the start. And then as time has come on, you're just like, poof, okay, here it is. Here's the info. You guys want to know? Here it is. But what do you think about that? Like this thud at 10 o'clock, all of a sudden, that got put into the story in a sense. I guess my question there is, what about this thud?
If there was a thud in my house, we'll go check it out.
You would think. She said she was right in the living room.
But see, her whole description of that is the whole reason why if you're a true parent, you're going to go check on your kid.
I would absolutely. I'm a protective parent, and I just have one son. He's 27 now. But honestly, if I would have heard a thud, my ass would have been off that couch so fast, checking to see what happened. But that's just, me. I definitely would have gotten up, but that's just me. So
helicopter mom
investigated,
That's kind of like the sounds of a helicopter mom. Muted.
I'm a helicopter mom to an extent. I have to be honest, but they're little yet,
Oh, Judy, I understand.
Some people are asking, do you feel like Katie's interviews, I hate to ask this really, because we've never projected that you or Katie or Chris had anything to do with any disappearance of Sebastian. That's up to the LE at some point, the story to come to fruition for whatever has happened to Sebastian. Knowing full well that you have an alibi at work. You work for, like I said, a deputy for Davidson County there, that you were offered to take it. Actually, did you take the one with Nancy Grace yet?
No, it's Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday? Okay, perfect. So at least I know you're gonna keep your word. Go ahead.
I haven't heard TBI that I can't take it yet.
Say that one more time.
That I haven't heard from TBI.
Oh. That it's because there's something wrong,
Like a duck, acts like a duck.
Right, but it's not no swan, right? quacks like a duck, acts like a duck. Definitely ain't no swan. Exactly. Like for me too, like ever since I was younger, you just pick up on cues, pick up on people's intuition, and stuff like that, and whether or not they're telling you bullshit, whether they're being truthful and stuff like that. So, like some people, like I said, that they are more highly intuitive to other people's presences, you're looking for all those little things, but within reason. Like I try to think that we're very, like, as a person, that I'm very level-headed, that I use common sense, and I'm just looking for the truth amongst what's being said, knowing full well that Katie and Chris have put out certain information, kind of like what's in my timeline thing that I made, for it. That they put out certain information. Does it make it factual and true? No. Why? Because we haven't, heard it from Ali. Information. We've heard information from you. Your side of things. Does that make it official and true? Well, Seth, I'll tell you, if there's anyone I'm going to believe, it's going to be definitely you. You come across as honest and sincere. You don't come across like, say, Christopher Proudfoot, who is obviously lying. He lied about. Oh, which reminds me. I have to say this. I'm so sorry that you had to find out on a podcast about, the CPS and the abuse and, your son and stuff like that, or to find out all this information that you didn't have any knowledge of. But I'm so sorry that it took a podcast for Chris to basically open up and then try to put his tail between his.
He knew. You can't say that he didn't know. He knew, and you're playing into his hand, in my opinion. You're giving him even more power to play the victim card. That's bullshit. He knew about all of that. How could he not? Are you muted?
Yeah, I was muted.
Okay. Legs on Nancy Grace.
It wouldn't even be open up because the way he spoke, he gloated about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. I know. I'm sorry, but I kind of deem him as a narcissist, arrogant, kind of somebody that's just full of themselves. And I think that when I listen to Nina, like I said, I try to be very balanced in our thinking. When I listen to Nina and I listen to Robin, I think the truth of what your mom said about Christopher Proudfoot came to fruition. What Nina was saying, I knowing it's one-sided, but again, you just kind of try to always read between the lines about, sure, nobody's perfect, right? And someone might paint a picture in a sense like Nina. She's telling her side, but I look for the genuineness of what she's saying and if it sounds pretty reasonable. And what she's saying sounded absolutely like what my vision of Chris' personality would be like. He comes across that way. He doesn't have a very likable factor. That's the presence he's portrayed. Whereas you're very vocal and you portray this passion, this care. Yet,
this bitch is such a bad judge of character. Listen, if I saw Seth walking down a sidewalk, I would move to the other side of the fucking street so I didn't have to walk past him. If I saw Chris coming down a sidewalk, I probably wouldn't even
anybody? I need to pause it for fair use. She's pretty much saying everything we think, right? Hey, allegedly innocent.
Right. Right. Oh my God.
See you, Jules. Jules, this is an interview from back in April that none of us knew about. None. Like, I don't know how we missed it. But,
Kathy knew about it.
Let me say this. Janine made a comment in one of the videos I watched about that little clip that I sent you that we went over. She had been saying that she'd been trying to get everybody to watch this months ago. And nobody would listen to her. Nobody would pay attention to her comment. So I said, let me see what I can do. And here we are.
Yeah.
So I have to give props to her.
To who again?
It's a great video. And she's doing a great job.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I thought it was now. I've never seen it. No, it's from April, Jules. But basically, Seth he says in this interview that Christopher Proudfoot told him on day one, he had just got back from Memphis 2 hours prior. And he told Seth, he says, how are you going to handle it if it goes south? And Seth said, if what goes south? He said, if Sebastian's dead. And he just absolutely, like, why would he ask him that? And
Because
I think
he's a realist.
Justin is brilliant for, like, making it go full circle and pointing it back around to, you know, how he reached out to Seth and was like, don't be mad, but, you know, why would he be mad at you? Why would he be mad at any of you?
Okay. All right. First of all, that is a common conversation. Number one, let's start off with the don't be mad, okay? Given everything that we've seen about Seth, doesn't that sound logical as to why Chris would start off a conversation with don't be mad? Because what is Seth's go-to emotion, it seems? Anger. Number two, why would Chris have a conversation like that? Because every hour that they're gone, it can be indicative that the child may not come home.
Like, if Sebastian disappeared and it was out of your hands, it doesn't even make sense.
Upset, mad, either one. It's in the same category. We didn't get it verbatim, but it's still right there in the same. Don't be mad. Don't be upset. Like, calm down. Let's talk about this. This is what's going on. I can understand why it was said, right?
1 second.
Like you said, you're like me, like you have that I don't give a shit side of what people think. So, you know, which you simply do, but yet you can see the heart and the pain of what you're saying, looking for your son. What do you think about the fact that they took the decal off? Did you see that? Off the car? What do you think about that, actually?
Yeah.
About Katie taking the decal off of the
Why
side of
would
her car.
they do that, guys? She's reminded me of things.
Okay. Why would they take the decal off the car? She calls it a decal. It's a decal. Sorry, I choke. Why would they take it off? Because with it on and them going to Memphis, they were being followed by YouTubers. That is a safety concern. So while they're traveling, I understand that they're losing out on an opportunity to get the missing flyer out there to more and more people, more eyes. That, however, that does not outweigh their right to safety and privacy.
Things that I forgot about. What about that? Remember, they're driving from Hendersonville to Memphis, and they took the decal off of the car.
Do they call it in Canada? Is that a Canadian thing?
I guess so. Yeah, I'm going to assume. Ask yourself why, right? Wouldn't that's like you're driving 3 hours. You don't think that decal on your car is going to potentially help? Why would they take that off? They said it was for safety reasons. Oh, come on.
Well, if that was the case, wouldn't the same image on a billboard be putting safety in jeopardy? I mean,
no, you dumb fuck, Emmy Joe. No.
Lord.
Are these people?
Dude, I can't even. Like, am I just being too big of a bitch?
No. Actually, you're not.
Okay. I was just, because I thought maybe I was just being heavy handed or, but no. Billboards don't travel. No, that's not Nana. That was Emmy Joe.
This is unbelievable. The brilliance with this panel.
Can any of you verify something? I heard that they got new vehicles.
No, they did not. That was another myth. Another lying story.
Who would blame them if they did, given they've just had every ounce of their privacy invaded and have been stalked and harassed and surveilled by you and your merry band of idiots? Your buddy Justin has shown all of their details. What the hell?
All of them.
All of them.
Has put their house all over the place. Everything. This is insane.
Not that I know of. Oh, there was that other vehicle that was parked in the driveway for a while, and there was a rumor going around that it was Katie's and that she got a new vehicle, but it ended up, it was one of her friend's vehicles that was there, I guess.
Yeah, we tried to tell you.
And they're on vacation again.
Huh?
And I'm hearing they're on vacation again.
No.
Now?
Yeah, I think they're in
Where?
Louisiana.
Oh, do you
he's
not think
working
maybe that's
in
not where
Louisiana,
Chris is
isn't he?
working?
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah. I don't know if they're both there, but I heard something about Louisiana.
Guys, isn't he supposedly working in Louisiana?
I heard he was employed.
Oh.
I've heard that reality, and then I've heard that's not true, so I don't know.
Try
Well, I'm
Seth.
trying to-
Try Seth
you
is
kidding?
probably the one not working. Yeah, this is wild. They want to say that Chris isn't working. This is fucking wild.
Chris went back to work because he had to, because your bills don't stop. However, oh my Lord, I can't. We're stupid.
Well, this is stupid, dumb, and dumber. So it's the perfect panel. It's the dumb panel.
The total dumb. Unbelievable.
Exactly, Nana. Exactly. What
So
about Sebastian's safety?
Exactly.
Well said, Nana.
Oh, this is the day that drunk Nana stayed down in
Janine,
chat.
Okay, and all right, thank you, Kim. Yes, he works in Louisiana now.
Why the fuck do you guys even know this?
What does it matter where he works? He's working. That should be all that matters.
Unbelievable.
And if he wouldn't be working, they'd have a lot more to say.
That's what I was just going to say. If Chris wasn't working, they would have way more to say about that now, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
In Baton Rouge.
And Katie is with him, or is she not working with Brinks anymore?
Emmy Joe, why does that matter?
Question.
Because that's a lot further away.
Yes.
Why does it matter?
Hey, B. Frank. I know we heard B. Frank.
Hang on, when did he start that job in Louisiana?
Why does it matter?
A couple months now.
And
seems like it's been a couple.
Muted.
Damn phone. Okay, whatever. Where he's working doesn't matter. It's none of your business. Oh, this stupid thing. It keeps logging me out.
Did it have like? How did it coincide with the FBI reward? Was he already working there? Or?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
What does that have to do with the FBI reward?
I believe so,
The
but it's
FBI
very,
put that out.
It has absolutely nothing to do with it.
very interesting that very, very interesting that sorry, hold on guys. Wait a minute.
Thank you, Mohawk. She clarified.
The vehicle in the driveway considers who's looking after the daughter in the daytime. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was a thing for a while there going around about that other car. They thought that Katie got a new car and it ended up being whoever I got, the babysitter. I think it was Katie's friend actually.
Oh, this stupid.
What's the matter?
Phone.
Wow.
No, it's just this
All right,
damn
let's try to get
phone.
through this. Hold on, guys.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see her do it, but it doesn't surprise me.
I'll show you. I've made a video. Just quickly putting them side by side. Let me just take this down. So see the car, her car there on the left has the decal. But now, and this was just taken like today or yesterday.
And that's decal for Canadians.
Oh, it's decal.
Yep.
Right?
There's your answer.
Sorry, Sonny.
No. Canadian, eh? Okay, so yeah, so my thing is this. Okay, so we were
Why
talking about
are
this a little
you
earlier.
stalking
So
them?
my thing is this is
Why are you showing this? They have a missing child.
Oh,
And
I
then
don't
they wonder
remember.
why.
I gotta
Then
get
they
it.
wonder why they're switching cars and they didn't leave the magnetic sign on the outside of the car. Are you fucking kidding me? This is absolutely awful. See, and it even started with a channel that we didn't know about.
Again, thank God for you.
Get it fixed?
Yeah, it's just this. It's the phone. It wasn't about this. I was
okay. It's totally
trying
okay. And really, you don't have to thank God for me. Most days everybody curses God because of me. So it's cool.
Oh, not me.
I just adore you, Kathy. You're so sweet. You're so good to me and I appreciate you.
You're easy to be a friend to.
Shh, don't tell everybody that. They're all gonna want me to be that kind and nice to them. No, I'm picky and choosy who I'm nice to them to.
Hey, we can all be a witch, you know. We all got those days. I know I do.
Well, I'm a witch with a capital B.
Okay, back in. I'm sorry, I've been checked out for a couple minutes. I was
The
trying
only
to
one.
do something on my phone, and I still don't know how to work this damn phone. And yeah, it's giving me every kind of a hard time it can. 8062. Wow, that's a big number. Holy cow.
Like,
I
pardon?
just,
She's not the only one. Chris's mother is taking them all off of her vehicle too.
Oh,
while they traveled for their own safety. Because look, some asshole like this just goes driving by to make sure where their vehicles are. Seth, why aren't you asking? Why are you showing their campground? Why aren't you asking that? You wouldn't be okay with somebody going by your house and doing that. We all stood up and said it wasn't okay for T-Rev to violate your privacy in the four walls of your home.
No, that was messed up.
So why wouldn't you be an adult and stop acting like a petulant 15-year-old child?
And this stalking this campground and showing their camper and stuff, this is harassment. This is stalking.
It's putting them under surveillance.
What'd you say?
It's putting them under surveillance.
Yeah. And it's none of our business.
About Sebastian or them?
No, but you know what? She's so happy. I made a video. I'll show it to you.
Like this.
Yeah. But they care.
So we were talking about this earlier when I played this, because this is the first thing I noticed when I seen JLR put up this video of the one without. I was like, well, where's the devil? Okay. And then all of a sudden, so I went to go find the other one because I knew
you little
that it was on there,
plagiarizer.
but I wanted to.
Yeah. She just said that.
She just stole somebody else's work. Oh, so I went in and screen recorded it and took it out of the group, out of JLR's group. You know what? I know that I had a tangle with this bitch somewhere, and I know I don't like her. Well, I can just say that those feelings, like, I know that I tangled with her. Maybe 2020, maybe 2021. I don't know exactly the year, but I didn't like her then, and I sure as a fuck don't like her now. Bitch.
Show it visually to people, and to me, I'm like, the reason why they would take it off is because they don't want anyone to know, and they're trying to, kind of like, oh, he popped away. He dropped.
No, because they are entitled to some privacy. Their private lives are not your business.
And I'm sorry, you guys, if there's tons of questions out there. Adam, if you see any ones that, there he is. Yeah, just age. Oh yeah, you popped off there for a second, like popcorn. Pop. Okay, y'all good now? On there. What were they? Well, it was about Sebastian on the car, right? About Sebastian. To me, that's making it about themselves, as always. That's what it seems to be. Like, this is about your child. So you're going to care more about the fact that you don't want people to know
Holy
that that's
fuck. What?
Sebastian.
They're not supposed to be allowed to some privacy and some safety and have a little bit of security, given that they don't know if they were targeted. And now you're sitting here with their fucking camper, their license plates, all of it, because you thought it was a good idea to go in and screen record it out of a fucking Facebook group. Shame on you.
They have been threatened. Yeah. They have been threatened, stalked. They have been followed since day one. People have been at them. They need to take all the measures they can for their own safety.
I can't with this witch. I just can't.
Hey, Artist Great.
Being missing and your child. So why would anyone give a shit unless they're egos? Because this is your son that you're looking for, right? Remember, Katie? You said, well, Sebastian just could be anywhere. That's why I'm up here with Chris 3 hours away and I've left home.
No. You are such, well, you're a bigger piece of shit than the one reviewing you. Katie had to leave her home because it wasn't safe. People were stalking, harassing, and threatening them.
Putting a drone up. Betty had already been there. Betty hadn't already been there. I apologize. But Dolly was there with a drone. Your little compadre Spanky, Spankarella was, or Spankzilla, either one, was out there putting their whole floor plan. Are you fucking shitting me? And now an unknown person has taken their camper and their campsite and put it in Facebook, and you thought it would be a great idea to screen record it and then bring it over here to YouTube, and now you want to show Seth for what? Everybody knows he still has a hard on for Katie.
Mm-hmm.
This is gross.
Very gross.
You know what? I'm going to need somebody to
Hey,
go to Canada and stalk her ass.
Bet she wouldn't like that a bit.
Somebody needs to go find her
Bullshit.
car
That's
in
not
her
why you're up
house
there.
and put
You're
them
up there
online.
because you didn't.
Mm-hmm. None of this has anything to do. None of this is benefiting or helping Sebastian in any way. You people going at the parents day in and day out is not helping this case or that child in any way. You should be encouraging the parents to stand strong together. But you're not, because that won't bring you the clicks and the views.
You want to be down there to have to deal with everything yourself because you were scared probably. But to take off his decal? Really? It's just about you or anyways. All I'm saying is that it's coming
What
across.
are you talking about? Take what deco down? Do you even know that he
magnetic
did?
thing on the side of the van?
But that's not a big fucking deal.
She's mad because they took it off while they drove from where they live to Memphis. It's 3 hours away. Well, they did that for safety purposes.
Exactly.
And she's over here insinuating that it's because of their ego. They think that they're, and I don't even understand how that measures up.
That had anything to do with ego, it would have never been put on the vehicle in the first place. You sound as ridiculous as the grifter reviewing your ass. See, I knew I wasn't going to like you before it was all over with.
It's like it keeps being about them, not Sebastian. And it's pissing me off, to say the least.
It's not about them. That man right there has made it all about him and his drama and his stirring stuff up. Right there has done that. I'm sorry. I am not trying to take sides here, but I am sick and tired of the two people that have kept their mouths shut, have stayed above all the drama, no matter how bad they've been hit at. And they still have not come out and done and said anything.
Completely.
So I have a question, and I might just be behind on this part of it, but is it true that like Chris's parents, they like took off and went to Alaska the day after Sebastian went missing?
A couple days after, I think. Yeah.
A couple days.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
And I would assume, like you being Katie's ex, you probably haven't had any interaction with Chris's family, right?
Hey, Nana's love.
Hey, Nana's love.
Did he hear it? Oh,
thank you all for
I feel
hanging
so
out
bad.
with
His
me.
poor guy's having.
I know what night it is, and I know I ran over, so I appreciate you ones that stuck with me. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It means a lot.
Like when I've watched him on the other channels, it must be the Canadian thing.
Jackie Young says it's a crime of shame. Can I post Seth's GoFundMe, please?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
There it is.
Post
I knew it was in
Cash App,
this.
the GoFundMe. Okay, and this was just 5 months ago.
And this was in April. I think it was April 3rd, if I remember correctly.
Push it hard. Push it
Push
real
it.
good.
Push it good.
That thing got over almost 27K on it before it was shut down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please post Seth's GoFundMe.
Yeah, and for anyone watching now, I put out a video.
I couldn't even imagine getting that kind of. Dear Lord.
And I still need to update parts of it, but I put out a video the other day with Sebastian's information, the timeline, some information. I still need to add some more to it, but there's a nice good timeline, and it has all different ways. And I should be doing that, to be honest with you. Let me go to that. GoFundMe. Hold on a second here. Let me stop this. I'm gonna go back to. Oh, here it is.
You know, and again, that was only one, the Cash Apps. And I believe this, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I believe the Cash Apps have surpassed the GoFundMe.
Oh,
And the Cash Apps are still being pushed.
Listen,
And the Cash Apps still being given to.
you give him 10, if 10 people gave him $10, that's $100 right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also heard about him getting money from we also heard him about getting money from a church. Then we've also heard people say, hey, I gave him, I walked up and I handed him a check.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I've also allegedly heard that there's certain people that give him a certain amount of money regardless every week.
Every week. Yep. I have heard of that as well. Any of those want to come over and support either Kathy or myself, we'll give you something. We'll give you something in return.
Oh my Lord, I couldn't even imagine.
We'll straight up give you content, laughs. Hell, I'll make you something. Sorry.
No, yeah.
A Libra's moon.
All right. So I'm going to go forward a little bit, but it is interesting. Remember, Emmy, me and you had caught that about the.
And to this day, the Cash App is still being pushed. To this day.
When the campsite, they were right there at the exit.
Yeah.
Where all they'd have to do is pull out.
Yeah, like they weren't the first. I don't know if he. I'm assuming that he uses the same site every.
Okay. So it's very clear you fools have never been in a fifth wheel, a special or one of that capacity. It's clear you don't know what it takes to set it up, tear it down. It is very clear. You also clearly don't know about having to empty the gray water tank, having to empty the sewer, all of that. And let me tell you something right here and right now. If you can't tell that Chris is very methodical and meticulous, what does he do for a living? He operates a crane. Do you know exactly how much forethought, foresight, all of that he has in that little brain of his? Seth looks like a 5-year-old compared to Chris. Unbelievable.
Every time, but it was weird because I don't remember the exact date, but there was like all of a sudden just randomly he moved campsites
Emmy
to the
Joe, you not remembering? Not like that's something new. The other night you were trying to tell people all about Parental that you knew nothing about.
one where his car was pointing right out towards the exit.
Yep, that's not where he was originally.
And it happens to be
saying that.
the same as the car that's parked by the house at 3 a.m. was also parked in a precarious placed way where it was pointed towards the exit as well.
Yep. I'd also like to point out that
this bitch. Hey,
it's really.
Have you noticed she sounds different? She's not using her fucking expensive mic. Where'd her mic and her headphones go?
Oh, she's laying the groundwork for a new one. She's hinted at it.
I know. And wait till we get to the end of this one. Oh, it's good. Just keep playing. Here we go.
It's bizarre that they're traveling together with no intention of separating, and they take every vehicle they have. I find that very bizarre. Why would they not just leave Katie's car in the garage at home?
Why would you leave it at home?
Maybe Chris stays there because he's working. She's going to come back home. Do you ever think of that? Or maybe she doesn't want to be stuck at the camper all day while he's working long hours.
These guys
we
are
took
fucking
2
brain
vehicles a lot of times when we were camping. What does that mean? We worked different shifts, and sometimes one of us had to leave.
Yep.
That's not a big red flag. I mean, they're trying to make something out of nothing.
Well, because they probably leave the trailer hooked up to the truck and then just.
Don't you realize
think,
this
but
is
no,
not that close to the job site? Weren't they staying in Mississippi and working in Memphis? How is he getting to and from the job site, you little brain trust here?
He did not keep his truck hooked up to the fifth
Did
wheel.
you see the truck hooked up to the fifth wheel?
It was his transportation to and from the job site, you dumb ditzes. Oh, Lord have mercy. The stupidity is astounding.
He takes his truck to work. He leaves the trailer in it and take. Yeah, so I don't know.
Right.
Right. So why did you even open your
other,
fucking
so
dick sucker,
why-
bitch? So, oh God, I'm so sorry. Fuck, that just.
Why
slipped out.
are they? I mean, they're sitting here backtracking on themselves.
Shit. I am so sorry.
What? For what?
Oh, you didn't hear what I said.
Yeah,
Good.
I did. But you ain't gonna
Oh, okay.
apologize.
Well, yeah, I do, because your audience doesn't like that. I'm really sorry, you guys.
Guys, give her a scolding. Go ahead. But I really appreciate you guys, my core group here. Thank you for sticking with me. I kind of screwed up on the night, but thank y'all.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I am really, like, I know that that offends you, and I've been trying to work on being better over here. Some days are a better fight than others.
I hear that. I hear that.
Not just, you know what I mean?
That is weird.
Spend all that money in gas, her taking her car too, like that. I don't know. I find that odd.
They have a 3-hour-long silent, drive in solitude rather than just riding together.
Maybe. I don't know. Here, let's see. Seth comes back.
I wonder, with the stuff you people say, what kind of freaking relationships you have. Because you act like all this stuff is so wrong and big red flags, and it means they're guilty of something, when in actuality, it's really quite normal behavior. I don't know, man. Y'all got some messed up relationships.
You don't want me to answer this question. You want it to stay as a rhetorical, because if I do that, I'm going to end up making these three bitches cry. Okay, so let's just think about this. This panel took place well into 2 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That is 4 a.m. East Coast time. So you're
I like you guys and I enjoy your company, but I am not staying on until 4 o'clock in the morning with y'all. Not
okay,
doing
so
it.
you're going to tell me that any one of them is getting any sort of dick anytime soon? Or recently, because they're all together all night long.
Yeah. Every night. Oh, no.
Every night.
No, I don't care how old you get. That's still like important.
And listen, I very well could fall into that same category because I am single, but I'm single by choice. I don't want to fuck somebody else's life up. And you don't know if I'm knocking boots all afternoon and well early into the morning. But these ones are all in the same chats, running.
And they married. No way.
Well, no, Brittany's not married. She's just shacked up with with the baby daddy.
Wow.
Emmy seems to be a single mom because she's always talking about her kid. And the middle one, well, she doesn't sound like she's ever had a dick. So, is what it is.
Or her.
or the other. So, or vagine, whichever you shall desire. I mean, but it's very clear.
Either or, don't matter.
You don't hear anybody else in their background.
He spends lots of time on this, or does he? I don't know. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that we never saw this because it's so long. It's probably the longest one.
No, it's because you guys don't do research.
Yeah, we never saw it. It's very weird.
Yeah, you do none at all.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy.
Maybe stuff doesn't come back this time.
Oh, so we're just going to go ahead and start showing
Yeah, I
even
mean,
more cars in the
I've never seen
driveway
it
and
for
all
a
of that.
while. Longer than you ever stay on mine, Steph. Which I don't know. I can't blame you.
Go to the end. This
Yeah,
is where it
lots
gets
of,
good.
Wait a minute. She's actually pissed. She's actually pissed. Listen to her voice when she said that. She's actually butthurt that Seth spends more time on other people's panels than he does hers.
Oh, of course she is. Of course she is.
Oh,
And then it
Lord
was
have
like 2
mercy.
days after this live. It's like 2 days after this live that Tony came out and made that she was an approved creator. Her, the lab, Spanky, Betty.
That says it all for me. Look at the list of approved.
Yeah, Blue Gumball, Butterhead, Spankarella or
Oh, I
Spankzilla.
liked about that. Blue Gumball.
Yeah, I'm so glad B Tim was the one to have to tell the story and I didn't have to, because I tell it in a much more colorful way.
I told my husband about that. He was like, "What? You kidding me, right? No one actually did that." I said, "Oh no, here, watch it."
Oh yeah, and like I even cleaned it up and I actually turned it humorsome because Josh's is fucking gross.
Yeah.
For people coming up here. All right, I'm gonna take that down and we're gonna go through what I was originally gonna show y'all. That's actually
you can't do that. You're supposed to be going into your part 2 because tomorrow we're gonna do the part 2. If I can make it through it, I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try, and this time there ain't gonna be no interruptions because I'm only gonna share the link privately. If somebody wants to come up, they can just message me because I'm tired of the troll shit already. That's But even if the troll wouldn't have happened, out of respect for Granny, I would have privated the live until it was edited anyway. There was no reason to go the way she did because, yeah.
That was interesting. Shout out
Okay, so
to
pause for a second. Let me give a little backstory about what's going to happen here. Okay, so Brittany, myself, I think Granny was over there for a while, and then she ended up going and starting to call out Natasha Cooper in the beginning. So we all came, and there's several others that are out here that came from this Natasha Cooper's channel, and she's a woman larger than me that streams. And when she first started streaming, she's no longer on the platform. When she first started streaming, her face was right up to the camera, and she's quite large. She's quite rotund. So we all come out of there. Brittany was one of the last ones to leave, and then she joined this group, the Recliner Survivors. And so what you're about to see is her conditioning her audience to what Natasha Cooper used to do. Now, Kathy, you don't want to play it because you're going to have to trim it out because it's going to cause copyright. But she goes on to play the Orbit's Dirty Mouth commercial about the lint liquor. You know, who do you think, what the French toast? Who do you think you are, you cootie queen? Shut up, you lint liquor. All of that, right? That's what comes on. Because if you watch in just a minute, she'll start sharing the commercials. Here it comes. Okay. And then she goes on to play like the pig, the pig from like the Geico commercial, you know, with the little pinwheels. And they're like, wee.
Why is she doing that?
That is what Natasha used to do because it like Emmy's apparently that's where Emmy's the one who brought in the cootie queens and the lint lickers, you know, because they don't cuss. They're the mean church girls over there. But that's what Natasha Cooper used to do to relate to her audience. It's the toxic parasocial part of Brittany and her crew.
But she's gonna get a copyright for it too.
She can trim it out. And that's exactly what she's going to go on to say is I've done it at the end so I can trim it out.
Okay, let me see what she says. But when she starts to do it, I'll take it off.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you
But
so much.
you want
They
to
have
hear
an
this.
incredible channel, guys.
You do. You want to hear this because it's what she starts to dry bag.
an appointment in the morning. So I'm going to share this, and then I'm going to have to cut this short because I do not want to be
Short.
tired
It's
driving
3.5
tomorrow.
hours.
I gotta go.
Well,
45
that is
minutes
short for her because normally she goes
away.
5 to 8.
All right,
Oh.
hold on.
Did you ever ask him to ever go in and have your arm looked at?
Oh no, it's good. Hold on. I'll have my doctor look at it tomorrow. Hang on. Let me show you.
Here
So
comes
the
the fever
bruise
band.
is extended a little bit,
Ooh,
but
that
the
wind's
redness
bad.
and the fever is gone. Hold on.
Whoa.
See it?
Yeah.
I had
I'm
to
gonna get
darken
blown
the
away out
circle
here.
because I washed it off when I had my shower.
That's a whole
So
fucking
that's a new
catfish.
circle, but
She
see
does
it?
not look like that
See,
picture.
there's no
Nothing like her picture. Nothing.
longer any more red marks. But there is still some inflammation. You can see the bruise kind of goes outside
It's a bad
the
bruise. That's
line
all.
a little.
Looks
The
better.
skin's not even broken. It's a boo-boo, Brittany. Grow up.
Oh, well, she's saying it's cellulitis
It's
and she's
still
got. And did I just hear her crinkly chair? What happened to her nice office chair? What the hell's going on?
Never
What'd
got
you do,
put
Grit?
in.
Did you go
No.
send all of that back and get the money back? That's my question. Did you take all of those gifts and did you pull a Betty and send it back to Amazon and get the money for it? And what the fuck you got going on in your life, girl? That I'm just gonna have to shut the fuck up right now.
Full swollen, like you can see it. It's fluffy right here. But I got an appointment in the morning anyway. So I'm going to get the doctor to look at it just to double check it. I think it looks better. And what was it Justin said? Good night, Jeanette. Or Janine. Good night, sweetheart. Justin said that to look for the redness.
Yeah, there's no redness on there, Brittany. That is a black and blue mark.
A fucking bruise.
There's not. Yeah, exactly.
It's a
There's
bruise.
no redness. There's no
Inflammation.
You see the cellulitis. There's no.
Yeah.
There's not.
Nothing.
You're grifting. You're grifting.
Oh shit, Kathy, do you have to end? Because it looks like she's live on her second channel. Can we snipe her?
No, it wasn't a spider bite. Jules, that's courtesy of my freaking nurse at the hospital. That was from an IV. That was a result of an IV.
That's not
well,
that bad.
To be fair,
yeah, she got Fanco in her arm.
Yeah, she sure is live on. Let's review the chaos surrounding Sebastian's case.
to be fair, I did have very strong antibiotics that night, which kills your veins.
With Teladoc Health, it's like having a doctor in the family, right at your kitchen table. Manage your whole health, body and mind.
But I have horrible veins, and
Okay, so she has this Ray really wins on panel with her.
Oh, the fucking moron.
Oh, they're reviewing Granny.
Perfect. Let's listen to it.
Brittany's reviewing Granny.
Perfect. Let's listen.
Been having a problem with this person, so now all of a sudden I'm doxxed by this person, and I'm being told that I'm hindering their search efforts, and I'm threatening.
The Bose headphones Craig took.
So it seems to me they're really amping up.
Yeah. Or I don't know. I know that she had them on
well,
her
I
wish
don't want to
list.
say that.
Let me stop sharing so that I can see chat.
There's already a whole lot of assumptions in there already. Trevor Lee has been hanging out in Granny's for a while. Okay, I'm going to say something that's probably not going to be very well.
What are you going to wait a minute? What are you going to say? Because that's true. Trevor and Granny are friends, and he is goes in there and he goes up on panel. Jealous much?
Popular. Okay, because I know that a lot of you guys love Trevor Lee. I know you do, and I respect that. But I have to be honest with you, Trevor. I can totally understand and see 100% why Seth would be upset with Trevor Lee. I don't know if you guys understand.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Up until this, she was a diehard supporter of Trevor Lee.
Yes.
So now she's even flipped on him.
I'm telling you, they bought her ass. You need to start watching her views. You need to look at the views to the thumbs up ratio. You need to start looking at her playboard, her playboard and social blade. I'm telling you, she's now on the fucking payroll.
Wow.
You're not going to convince me otherwise. That is my theory. And you're not going to be able to convince me otherwise. Because right now, as I sat back and watched it, they just bought. Think about the fucking names they dropped. They're all able to be bought. And they're, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be yelling. I'm really sorry.
Wow, the way she would go at people for even talking about Trevor Lee.
Yes.
Wow. Yep. She sold out big time.
Understand or realize, because y'all, some of you guys don't say this with a.
What is the one thing that Brittany always needs? Car repairs, money. Guaranteed. They fucking bought her out.
Guys, understand. My whole point is, I don't know how many of you watch Granny's watching, or how much of her you have seen or witnessed.
We thought so high of him, Brittany, and this. I don't feel that way anymore.
Oh.
I don't trust him.
Oh, so now all of them have turned on Trevor Lee because they've been told to. Got it.
Because I'm going to tell you that Trevor Lee has been he has been a very active member of Granny's channel since before Seth ever. It was before Seth ever went off on him on Smileys, okay?
Yep.
And Seth probably saw. No, I know he did. I'm not
Oh, Josh has turned on Trevor Lee too? The lab turned on Trevor Lee too? Wow.
He did. He saw Trevor
This
Lee
is her assignment right now. You're listening to what she was assigned to do by the team.
You know, they're sitting there saying that he.
Wow.
Her job is to keep on Trevor Lee, and because she was a staunch supporter of his, so because she was a staunch supporter, she has to dog Trevor Lee, and then they'll pick it, and her pay for doing that is them picking at Granny and doing what's been going on with Granny. You see this tit for tat?
They need to leave Granny alone because Granny hasn't done nothing to these people.
And Granny's battle with Brittany. Granny hasn't. You know what? Granny and I don't get along. We do not get along. But you know what? I can be kind. I can be an adult. I'm not looking to have her. We're not braiding our fucking hair together. Although she has long hair and I have really long hair, and that would make some really cool braids. But we're not looking to do any of that. But help and support my fellow creator that I've known for 5 fucking years out here, you bet your ass I will. This is all a game to them. And it's all about how much money. You people are now giving a case for exploitation. You do realize that. Because now you're all banded together. And now, congratulations. I'll fucking watch you. I will check Social Blade, I will check Playboard, and I will scream it from the motherfucking rooftops. I will go live on my channel every day.
Thank you for the $5 Cash App. I appreciate that. Thank you.
wasn't a part of Sebastian's life. He's a no good deadbeat. He doesn't work. He's lazy. He's just using this situation to get close to Katie. He's in these chats, taking part actively as these things were being said about Seth. How would you feel if that was you?
So he's playing double agent.
Okay, he wasn't the one stating the stuff. He wasn't the one saying the stuff, though, Brittany. So you can't put it on him. He wasn't participating in it.
So what if Trevor Lee did say that? That can be Trevor's opinion. You forget Trevor was right there local to him. Trevor has seen a lot of things. And if you're going to tell me that he's not lazy, really? Why do you think they didn't have child support? Probably because Seth couldn't hold down a fucking job. 4 days a month?
Who paid his
That
car
not
note?
his father make. Get the fuck out of here. I'm telling you, Brittany's job is to clean up.
Mm-hmm. Or they picked the wrong one.
Well,
so he's playing double agent.
No, you're playing double agent, you dumb bitch.
Yeah. No, he's not being the double agent. Brittany, that's you, and that's this person on your panel. Now you're going to turn on him and stab him in the back. You are a real coward. You are a real piece of shit. You are so easy to manipulate. All it takes is a couple bucks. And that's my opinion.
Yes, Shell, I told you guys a week or so ago that I had a fucking theory. And guess what? Everything, I can guarantee I shared that theory with Kathy because we had a long fucking heart to heart. Long heart to heart. And everything, Kathy, what's happening right now?
Pretty much what you called it as it was going to happen.
Right down to the timing and who it would fucking be.
Yep.
Shell, you and I have been out here I've known you as long as I've been out here. You know what you need to do to protect your girl. You know what you need to tell Granny to protect her. Right? I'm not telling my theory publicly, Shell. I'm not telling it. The people that I care about, I protected and I've told. Other than that, I don't have to tell the general public. You guys are seeing it. You guys watch the same things I watch. But Shell, you know how to protect your girl. Your girl can help protect Granny. Everybody can help protect each other out here. It's all on the viewers to fix it.
I understand it more that I went digging.
But this pisses me off that she would even have the nerve to even review Granny. She's the one that won't let Granny alone. It's not the other way around. I never heard Granny talk about her and Granny's chat.
People start looking. You just got to go see it all. Yeah,
You gotta.
Exactly reality. Kitch says, Brittany, thank you for bringing this up, love. I hope you don't get hate for this. I support you 100%, and you are doing the right thing, calling people out, and JLR too. Well, and listen, I'm not doing this.
Oh, was she's stumbled on all those words. She don't even go for JLR, Brittany. You couldn't handle it.
Oh, dude, please. No, that'll be a great idea. Please do that.
Well, she's going for him, but she's back. You notice how she stumbled on all those words.
Well, it's because she can't fucking read because she's blind.
Yeah.
Listen, my email is in my about section. If anybody needs to get together and do a private StreamYard, I'm always available. It is not a problem, but if you got concerns or you need to know what to do to arm yourself and protect yourself, cover your asses, I'm here to help. This is a bunch of bullshit, and if you guys don't realize, we are going into Christmas. You got 2 months to get all that money in the bank. Because right now we're working on, we're already starting into November's pay. We're coming to the end of September. As soon as we hit October, you're working on November's bank.
Well,
Do
damn, I
not
need to
fall
bank it
for
up
this.
then.
What?
Went
What'd you
into
say?
her chat
No,
yesterday and
I said I need to bank it up then. I'm kidding.
she
No, Kathy, you know what we need to do? We need to stay true and real and authentic to ourselves and support the other female creators that are out here being attacked and draw attention to the bullshit. And you know what? We will get a nice reward from that. People will see that we
That's
are
it.
right is right, wrong is wrong, and we still stand for the right things. We're not gonna die on our knees. We're gonna stand and fight.
Hell no.
So that people will reward that. They'll reward you. They'll reward me. There's super thanks. There's PayPals. There's Cash Apps. You can do anything anybody wants to do to support this fight. And you never have to say a word unless you want it recognized. So there's ways to compensate the right people.
Yep.
This is the first time that I've spoken on this publicly at all.
No, it's not.
She threatened me that I know of. I don't think I said anything about it yesterday.
I'm gonna say it. You gotta call a spade a spade.
You mention Granny all the time. What do you mean she threatened you?
He needs to be called out.
Yeah.
Period. Read your chat. They're on your side. They're on our side. We think it. Oh, we have hearts.
No, she was not bashing Seth. She was actually playing Seth's own words.
Nana has the comprehension of a fucking snail.
Yeah. I was in there.
You know what? Her and the worm.
She was reviewing.
Sorry.
Her and the worm, what?
Her and the worm at the bottom of a tequila bottle have a lot in common.
Oh, you're not kidding. Both nasty. Anyway, I was in that chat. She was playing Pascal's interview with Seth. That's it. There was no reason for a grown-ass man to come in there threatening her.
You know, we can
Oh,
see the truth.
I know. I don't want to hurt you guys. You know what I mean? Because I know that a lot of you guys did love and do love Trevor Lee. So I don't want to hurt any of you. And honestly, like, I don't have anything personal. I don't have any personal feelings against Trevor Lee. Don't get me wrong.
Get you wrong, because your friendship comes with strings attached, and one of those strings is that slide you a couple bucks and you'll turn on them, slide you some views and you'll turn on them.
Unfucking believable. You know, I knew she was a spine, this bitch.
She's total spine. She's a true coward.
Brittany, you're gonna rue the day. You're gonna fuck around with me and you're gonna find out.
Obsessed with you. Right. Why would she bring me up? Think about that.
You're the one who's constantly bringing her up.
Dude,
I don't know where
I have watched her do this.
Day in and day out. Granny never mentions her.
No. Nope.
But every time
Granny stopped fighting with all of us. Granny stopped fighting with all of us. How many times in the last month have Granny and I been on the same panel and held down, I don't know, 4 or 5 amazing conversations that people have come in and actually complimented both Granny and I for sitting up there hanging out and shooting shit.
Mm-hmm. And she says, well, Granny talked about her every day. No, I was always in Granny's lives. She did not talk about Brittany.
No, she hasn't talked about anybody.
Mm-mm.
You know, Granny stopped talking about me. Granny left me alone. I left her alone. And we've all done our own things. She's not been fighting with anybody. So this is a bunch of bullshit. Congratulations, Brittany. You don't want to play with me, girl. You played with me once and you didn't like it, bitch.
This is insane.
That's right.
Yeah. I'll tell
Right,
everybody how you
and
lied. You
everybody
showed us a fake ass fucking screenshot, bitch. Bet.
He's gonna come out with receipts.
I'll charge my old goddamn phone. I will charge my old goddamn phone that has every conversation we ever had, bitch. I have no shame. Screenshot it, get me a motherfucking mic, and I will say it again. And you can't threaten me with screenshots because I said what I said, and everybody knows that I'm a fucking asshole.
Here's what happened to keeping all the distractions going too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was a while that Trevor Lee stopped the search chain with that person, but who's that person's really good friend on here?
Fuck you all.
Well, respectfully, I think a lot of us can conclude how it is. And who do
Well, if you're gonna do it, I want to be there.
you're the one of the not many chosen ones to be in direct contact with Tony and Seth. I honestly think this was like an orchestrated campaign against us, and it's only going to get worse.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're just going to keep doing it until you all shut up talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Care less.
I don't know about that because I think people were madder than fuck yesterday. So in my opinion, I'm just gonna go just my opinion, not anybody else's, not speaking for anybody else, just solely myself. I believe it's not going to ramp up. I think it's gonna ramp the fuck down real quick, because like I said, there was fucking people who were extremely upset about the doxing and the shit.
I agree with Queen on that. At first, you think it would ramp it up, but when you seen the reaction from everybody, it backfired on them. It backfired big time.
Right, and that's why they brought in the second string. You're looking at the 2nd string right here. Everybody that Tony named off the other day. Okay, let's think about the team of spineless jellyfish that he has assembled. We know how easily Josh from the lab can be bought. We know that Josh from, no, I'm going to shut up because if I'm going to do this, I'll do it on my channel so that I don't get anybody else in trouble. So I'm just going to shut up. Every time I keep trying to bring that up, tell me
but
to
I'll
shut
be
up.
damned if I'm going to let these bitches. I've been following Granny for like 2 years.
I'll fucking hate bond with the best of them bitches. Don't think I won't.
And I like Granny and I enjoy Granny and I am not going to let Betty or this bitch cause any rifts there.
Nope. Not going to happen. You will not get me and Granny fighting again. No. That's 2022, 2023. No, I'm sorry. Maybe even, I think that'll work. No.
I've never had a fight with Granny, and I'm not about to let these assholes cause one.
Nope. That's a no for me. That's a no, dog. And you ain't going to, listen, I don't have to go back on Queens either. I can stay right at home if I have to. It is not a fucking problem. I am not going to fight with anybody over one of these motherfuckers. Nope. I will not. I like my group of people.
Yep.
I love my group of people.
Okay, I was told that too, Queen.
And I won't, Choco Latte. To be honest. I will not. No.
Nah, that's not going to happen.
I stand with Granny, just like I stand with Queen with this lawsuit. You are not going to get me to do anything.
I'm one of the only creators that would come out every time I was live and talk about how wrong the women were that were doing live after live, bringing up shit about Granny and lying about her and I'm one of the few creators that every time I went live, I would bring it up.
We all have dirt. We all have
chapters. I would stick up for her.
We all have chapters we don't want to read aloud. We all have them. This is a bunch of bullshit that people are doing this to others out here.
That's why I didn't deserve the disrespect I got from her earlier. Because I never did that to her.
I understand, but honey, I'm gonna say it again. We gotta cut her slack and give her grace and mercy. Her hackles are up. Every ounce of her life is out there right now. Good, bad, ugly.
And I will continue to support her just like I have.
She may apologize tomorrow. We got to give her a minute. She's battered and bruised.
But what they're doing I'm
Oh,
sorry,
well,
she's not even doing anything wrong. She's playing people's own words. She's not making things up and running with misinformation. She's actually playing their own words.
well, listen, I'm not afraid of Brittany, and I'm not afraid of any of them, because guess what?
No,
You
me
can't do
neither.
anything to me. You can't. I'm on disability. I've been open and honest about that. I don't make money out here. I only get paid either every other month or every third month, depending on how hard I work. And this is for fun. So you can't threaten me. And again, worst case scenario, I stop going on panels. I can bore the fuck out of y'all with some crafts. I've been sitting here all night cutting shit.
Well, hopefully we'll play a little bit more of this, but hopefully she won't take it down so I can finish
No,
it
I really do.
tomorrow.
I believe it. I'm just in my, and then, like I said, this is just my opinion. It could be, I could be just, the only one feeling this way, the only one thinking this way, maybe, whatever. But again, in my opinion, I think that, I think people are pretty fucking sick of shit. So, with that said, after the first screenshot was said, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just read that first one off. Remember the
Neil.
one where he says he's going to,
Neil. Just get the C&Ds.
yeah, he's not going to do the C&Ds or whatever that they have,
I saw where she said that it's fair game now and that she's doxing families.
It's not fair game.
What are you talking about? Where did you see that?
You know
Show
what?
the receipt where you seen that.
You
Granny
know what,
don't
Kathy?
dox nobody.
It's possible. Listen, we're also going to err on the side of grace and mercy. And it's possible Jess can be a bit of a hothead. It is possible she may have shot her mouth off, and she will apologize for it if it was said. But I mean, it's possible. You can't 100%.
I can't see
rule it out.
Granny doxing families and stuff. I just don't see it happening.
Well, no, but I don't see her doing it either. But I do believe she could have said something.
She could have.
She could have been pissed. And listen, we all know how bad my temper gets when I get pissed, and we all know that I have very poor impulse control.
So Rachel W is listening to me. Hey, Rachel.
Hey,
And she's saying,
Rachel.
so Voices just said she stands with Granny. She's not afraid of Brittany. They can't do anything to her because she's on disability.
Yep.
Bullshit.
What are you gonna do to me?
Get out of my chat, Rachel. What are you doing here? Stalking much?
Stalker, stop stalking.
Who does she think she is? Yeah, fair game for what? No one knows.
You're the bitches that just said it was fair game.
Listen, this is a problem. It is information that the information that I saw Betty have today. Y'all, don't let nobody fool you. Granny's watching has shared that she was the first one to share that information about herself on her own panel.
Well, seeing as how it's her information, she's allowed to do that.
Right. But somebody else is not. That shows malicious intent. It's doxing.
And Betty did it with malicious intent.
Correct.
And that's all I was trying to show is how much of an asshole Betty is.
Voices just said, fuck around and find out, Brittany. They said you're being paid by Seth and you need to stop.
No one said fuck around and find out. But that's a good one.
These old bags. That's a lie. Okay. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's slander and defamation right there.
Oh, but you just slandered the hell out of Granny.
Defamation right there.
Okay, so what are you going to do about it?
No, I said that was my opinion and my theory. Get the
She
fuck
said
out
it
of
was
here.
her theory and her opinion, which she's allowed to have, just like you have yours, butt crack.
What the hell? That is not slander and defamation. You are so stupid, Brittany.
You're being paid by Seth and Tony and all of them, and I'm going to sit here and tell you guys right now that
You're just mad because I called it out. You're doing damage control now, aren't you?
You're saying that it's 100% a lie. Where's your receipts to prove it's a lie,
Yeah.
Brett?
You get
Somebody
came out of
y'all
Tony's
listening,
own
I'm
mouth.
sure one of you people, troll huggers or whatever. What do we call them?
I don't know, Brett. What do you call
The
them?
bridge huggers listening? Run and tell them that saying that I'm being bought and paid for by Seth Rogers or Nick the Hat or Dog the Bounty Hunter or
I didn't say that.
None of those names were even mentioned, Britt. Again, you're running off of nothing because you don't investigate nothing or fact check anything.
Thank you,
And
Rachel
she did say it
W.
was in her opinion.
Thank you, Rachel W. You just proved my point.
and you couldn't be more wrong. If that's slander,
Bitch,
right
Tony
there, you're
said
falsely
it.
accusing me of something that I'm not doing.
Nah,
Okay, well, bring it
Tony's
on.
the one to put out the list.
Bring it on.
Y'all have to continue to push that narrative when it's not true. Granny's talking about we sold out.
You're
sold our soul.
you're doing a lot of damage control. You're doing a lot of damage control, sister.
Belongs to God above.
That's right.
Oh, fuck you.
Our Lord. And I rebuke you all over there on the dark side in the name of Jesus, as a matter of fact.
Why don't you go get a life there?
All
Oh my God, this is so Natasha Cooper, and this is cult-like, and this is toxic parasocial relationships. That's a bunch of fucking crazy ass hoo-ha bullshit. Tell me again,
I mean, they can't even go over there and tell her the truth, and she can't even bother to check it.
Tell me again, my theory isn't right.
You never said that if she's saying she can do anything she wants, though, because she has no money for anyone to sue her for, which is bullshit. You didn't say that.
I did. I said you can't sue me because I'm on disability. It's guaranteed funds. You can't.
Yeah, but you didn't. Yeah, well, they can't touch that, but you didn't say because you have no money.
No, I said because I'm on disability.
Yeah.
And I don't have
This
anything.
Rachel can't even get it up right. Rachel, get the hell out my chat if you can't get it up right. If you can't tell them what's really being said, then get the hell out of here.
Run, tell it sucks.
You hide in the bushes like the true coward you are, just like her.
I know I am, Catherine.
I believe that Seth Rogers is innocent and he doesn't deserve the lashings and the attacks that you guys throw at him every single day.
And neither do the Proudfoots that you throw at them every single day and night.
I got one for you, Kathy. How about this? Hey, Rachel, run, go tell it. She stops, I'll stop. So that means y'all have to go find some new case to cover. So you want me to stop defending Chris and Katie? Then y'all stop attacking Chris and Katie. And then I won't have to say anything about Seth and bring light to Seth's bad actions. So you want this to stop? This is on you, Brittany. This is on you.
Yep.
Otherwise, me and my little 4,000 person channel are going to fire up with Kathy and her 3,500 person channel so that we have 7,500 people watching us together combined, and we will spend hours shining light on Tony Mathis, on Seth Rogers, on every interview. I will dissect it, I will transcribe it, and I will chop it up, chew it up, and spit it back out and feed it to you. Don't think I won't. I have nothing but time on my hands, and I have no life. So if you really want to fuck around and find out, well, you pick the one, sister. You pick the right fucking one.
I'm going to record the rest of this so we can go over it tomorrow because it is 10:30 and I want to eat. I haven't eaten yet. But maybe I'll come back even tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I
If
think
I'm
I'm
not
gonna head on.
sleeping
I
good.
think I might be heading on over to my. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that tonight. If you decide that you want to come back, let me know because I'll gladly. We'll finish the rest of this.
Okay.
Wait,
Or you
there's-
can go live and I can come over there.
Okay, how about we do that? I'll text you a link.
Yeah.
I'll text you a
Okay.
link. That way if you want
But I'm
when
going
you-
to
I'm gonna go ahead and go over there. And I'll finish this
Yeah.
up over there. I'm gonna start this one from the beginning over there. Let's go ahead and listen to what this
I'm
bitch
going to I hear you. everybody go watch for Voices to go live, please. I'm going to grab a quick bite to eat, and then I will be there. But thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the super chats. I greatly appreciate it. Sorry about the debacle tonight with everything, but you know, it's live. What can I tell you? But you'll be seeing me in a couple minutes over at Voices. I hope to see you guys over there. Thank you for everything. See you in a bit. Bye. Always be safe out there.